take it, I'm getting it back. And if they hit me, they gotta get taxed. I'm making hit after hit after hit, and I promise you, boy, every one of them slap. Hop on a verse and I body it quick. They never work and it's why we don't mix. I don't got time for the fake, and I swear that I'll always say real, something they never did. Oh, they saying that I'm up next. I told them that I'm up now. Promise I came for the next.
So, this is great because I don't even know how to address. I had you on the pod before, but it was like episode. It was like couldn't put it out.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you back. This time we brought Nick.
Yep.
I understand that you guys both came to my house late to the podcast, which is okay, but you both had to as soon as you walked in, apparently.
I had to go pee. I didn't have to
Oh, you were like, Nick, I had to for the pod. Let me.
Whoa.
You were doing
That's
that.
what he said. He said it.
No, I just went pee.
It's girls
You
don't
just wanted
poop.
to make yourself like seem better.
No, I'm holding mine. So
Because he came in here and was like, yo, can I go to the bathroom? I'm like, that bathroom's out right now because we cut off the water valve. And he's like, I'll go use it. And then, oh, wait, Katie's in there. And he said that you're taking his
No, I was going pee.
well, she got scared of your dogs. At first, she had to pee, and then she was like, I think like the shit's coming. So she was.
Is that
He's
true?
really good at lying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
no,
nervous shit. Everyone gets that. Yeah.
He's been good. We've known him for some time.
Yeah.
How long have you guys known each other?
A
year?
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe like like 10 months maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's super
Yeah.
sweet.
It's been a journey. It actually really has been a journey.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first podcast we did?
It was a drunk pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. So our first pod, he's like, Nick, like, do you want to come beyond this? I was like, yeah, it'd be awesome. I've never done anything really on camera.
It's back when he was working for Steve.
Yeah, it's back when I was working for Steve, and he takes me down to this bar, and he gets me 6 double shots of tequila.
No, I didn't get you 6. Oh, no. We were all drinking those.
Well, everyone was drinking them.
Yeah.
But you made me do as many as you did. You said I had to take every shot that you shot.
Yeah, well, that was the point because we had to go take the podcast. The whole idea was a drunk podcast.
Yeah, but you could handle your alcohol way better
No,
than
I can't.
could.
Oh, I absolutely cannot.
Well, you were better than me.
Yeah, because
I was blacked out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
I was-
reckless on that pod.
Yeah.
What did you
fuck.
talk about?
They had to cut some shit out.
A lot of stuff.
I don't even
We cut
remember
a
the
lot.
pod. It was, yeah, it was my
You have to
first
go
pod.
watch it. You have to go watch it.
Yeah. It actually
was just-
came out to be a good pod once it was edited. And
Is it on this channel?
It's on this channel.
Oh
yeah.
my God, I have to go
Yeah, it's
see
with
that.
Steve. We're in the Miami house. It's when we were living there. We're filming a bunch of content.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot's changed
a lot's changed.
for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you officially stop doing the OF stuff? Or are you still doing it?
Officially stopped.
So you've been 100% no more.
None.
Yeah. We talked about this
Stop.
obviously in the last pod a little bit, but why did you finally decide to do that?
It was more just like it didn't make me happy anymore.
Yeah.
You're always laughing. Oh, I thought
No,
you
I
were
wasn't laughing. No,
Oh.
I'm happy for you. That was a big decision. I remember when you were doing it.
Yeah. No, I wasn't happy doing it. Like it almost felt like I wanted to like go towards something I desired more, and OnlyFans wasn't the move for me
You don't
at
feel
all.
like you just got the bag and then you just said, fuck it?
Well,
Because you
that's
definitely
what a lot
already
of
got
people
the
say.
bag.
I mean, business-wise, yes, but that wasn't my whole point of doing it. I kind of started it I got manipulated a little bit by a lot of different like brands like management companies that wanted to run my OnlyFans.
Right.
And so I had all these people telling me like, you need to start. It's the same as Instagram, this, that. And it was, but just like it made my name look bad. Like being on OnlyFans, it was more like, oh, she's an OnlyFans girl. And that's just not someone who I wanted to be known as, because there's a lot more of me than just that. And so I was like, I'm just going to stop and work towards something.
Why
I
did you
desire.
do it then if you felt like it was not what you wanted to be known as?
Because
It's good.
money, 100%.
Yeah.
And I just honestly, I had a lot of people talk me into it, and I don't regret it. I'm not saying, oh, this is the worst decision of my life, because it made me a lot of money. It changed my life, but
Yeah.
it just got to a point where it wasn't something I wanted to be doing anymore. I wanted to go towards something I desired more.
Do you think the stigma around only doing it will follow you for a long time or it'll fade away?
It depends how I handle it, but it definitely will have, it'll probably last a little
Can
bit.
I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I really think you are something until you're not. Like think about Natalie from David Dobrik. She was his assistant until now she's like this figure. I think I realized you have a great personality. You knew that, I knew that. Now you have other opportunities coming, and I think those are going to change your life, and I think a lot of things great will come because you've made this move.
You're something until you're not, or you are nothing until you're something. What do you mean?
I think you're something until you're not. Like she was known for OnlyFans, until she's not known for OnlyFans, until she's known for her personality or
Yeah, like
doing this next big thing or doing this podcast.
So it's more about what you're doing next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can always change.
I swear,
and never count it out.
the only time people kind of remember I do OnlyFans is when I talk about it on pods. Because, like, I did Steiny's podcast, and he brought up the OnlyFans thing a little bit. And people in the comments were like, oh, I didn't even know she did that. And I have people come up to me that I've met the past couple months. They're like, oh, I didn't even know you did that. It was kind of just like, it started my career, but I don't think it left a huge impact to where, like, oh, my God, this girl is only known for that and only has this going for her. I feel like
I feel like it's because you're still kind of on the come up.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, for example, if I were to do OnlyFans, everyone would be like, oh, it's like, no one would forget that.
Yeah.
No one would ever forget that.
No, they for sure wouldn't forget that.
Yeah.
Also, like, I've thought about it so many times. Like, what would I post if I ever did that?
Ab pics?
Yeah, would you
Yeah,
do
but
some
that's
shirtless
fucking-
stuff? Some posing?
Some shirtless stuff?
Maybe
That seems so corny.
you and your girl get a little active. I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I mean, that'd be crazy.
That'd be insane. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying that might be the...
Would you do that?
No, I mean, I've been asked to. I would not. No, I can't. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
No way.
No, I don't think I could.
You just recently announced that you got a girlfriend now.
I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend.
Officially.
Amazing girlfriend.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
You would never do anything with her? Talking about Sky, of course.
Yeah. She's asked me, and I
Like,
think maybe
she asked you in that and like that?
she's asked me. She's like, Nick, if you want to make some, with me, and like, I think there's a lot of chemistry between her and me. But I said,
You're like, I don't want my dick out there like
I
that.
can't do it. I can't
Yeah.
do it. I don't know. I don't judge her. She can do whatever she wants, but I can't do it.
So is that still a thing that she's gonna do while you guys are dating?
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
She didn't do OnlyFans, but she's not doing porn.
So she's stopping the porn.
She's stopping the porn.
Wow.
Yeah,
Look at you, dude.
I know. Dude, I fell in love, man.
Holy
I know. Yeah. What do you think about it?
I think dude, that originally when I think about the idea of that, it's like it's tough for me to wrap my mind around like dating someone who's done that. But then I also go like, as long as it's not continuing on, then fuck it, you know? Okay, could you officially date someone like that if they just kept doing that?
No. If she kept doing
Like
it,
if she was said, I'm gonna do it, deal with it.
I'm gonna be real with you. I couldn't. And honestly, to me, like sex, it's special to me in a relationship. If you want me to be real with you, like I think that's between one. I wouldn't even do a 3-way. To be real with you, if I'm in a relationship, that's just me personally. Like when I'm with the girl, like I love that girl for her, and it's just between her and me. So that's how I value sex. Yeah, with her doing porn, I saw her like that. Like the way I met her and got to know her is like she's everything that I would want in a girl. To be honest, she's an amazing girl.
Yeah.
And that's how I see her.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I know that doesn't define someone.
Yeah. Is it hard to deal with? Like thinking about it? Like, of course, I was like, man, okay, I don't like that, but that's not who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that it's giving you a ton of clout?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, not all my content's like about her.
No,
like,
I know that. I'm not saying it is. I just gotta ask those hard questions.
No, it's not at all.
Yeah.
We have a real relationship. We truly care about each other, and
They do love each other.
yeah.
Like outside filming.
Yeah, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not questioning that. You know,
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
know what people
I do.
say, people think.
You
Whatever.
know, we recently had a conversation. She wants to be in the videos, and she asked to be in the videos, and she wants to support me.
Yeah, no, she's dope.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's really dope.
But it's something that I've talked about with her is like, it's weird for me too to like post that and do that, but we have a lot of fun together. She wants it. Like I'm traveling 24/7. I'm on like ground zero of like, I have to post week to week. Like I'm do or die right now. I'm not balling. I can't chill. I can't go do all these amazing things and have this crazy budget. So like she wants to be with me. She wants to travel with me. I want to travel with her. I want to experience life with her. So like, it's kind of just like she's there and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Katie. I don't mean to just keep, but he just brought up something. I really want to ask you one more question. And I got a few more for you.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
This is like really interesting because I've spent a lot of time with you, like making content and like grinding with Steve, like you do in the back end, videography,
Yeah.
editing stuff. Because now, like you said, week to week, you know, you
yeah.
gotta
Okay.
post.
Wow.
This is because it's very different. You knew
Yeah.
kind of what you were getting into because you were a part of it before.
You know, I think you and Steve like knew I wanted to do all this from the start. Like you and him. I remember you sitting me down before working for Steve, and you were like, "Bro, you should work with Steve. He supports your goals and your dreams, and you support him." And I think this is something I always want to do. When I moved to LA 3 years ago, 4 years ago, before Nelk, I always want to do my own channel. I always want to do my own music. I think, dude, I don't think I could be doing this right now if I didn't learn and experience everything I did with Nelk, with Steve, with Salim, with you. Now, like, I have such a great understanding. I know how I want to do my videos. Like, I think two of my biggest inspirations in making videos was you and Steve. And then, I mean, I've always loved Logan Paul and how he carried himself, but Steve is probably one of like my biggest inspirations. Like,
Yeah.
we're working under him, seeing how he held his team. It was chaotic, but
Yeah, we grinded.
it was a grind, and everyone loved each other. I
Yeah.
love how there was so much love between everyone on that team.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite part, and I always knew I wanted to do this, but
Why,
yeah.
why didn't you do more things with Nelk? Like, why are you kind of doing your own thing?
Man, that's tough.
You know, I got to ask the hard questions.
Yeah, these are tough questions. I didn't really think about that, but I've only love for them. I loved working with all of them. I have great relationships with all of them. They wanted. I mean, the truth is, they wanted me to be an editor for them. I was a great employee. I worked my ass off.
Yeah.
And they knew that, and there's a lot of respect for that. But being an editor and being a filmer is just not. It's not my dream.
Yeah.
I did my 3 years. I worked 24/7. I worked every day. I gave everything I could for that company, and I love them. But sometimes I think if you want to do your dreams and your goals, you have to go on your own and do that.
Why do you? But why? I guess because the reason why I have this perspective is because I saw you saying, "Yo, I want to do this."
Yeah, everyone knew it.
So my question is, why do you think they didn't want to help you facilitate it?
I don't.
Because
know.
if you were, because I'll be just if you were on my team, I'd be like, "Yo, let's figure it out. Figure something out." Yeah, no, I'm curious.
Yeah,
I don't because I don't know the answer why. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just wonder what you think it was.
I really. What can I before we go into what I think? What do you think?
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, dude. Oh, man.
What do you think? What do
my
you think?
God, bro, that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a funny guy. I love that about you. I think it comes down to like the focus, right? I think maybe their focus is more on the podcast, the Nelk videos, what they're doing as a whole, and less like trying to like create these outward stems of, content creators doing stuff within their network because I think sometimes maybe people feel like it will dilute what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Even though, for all intensive purposes, it's like if someone's, I mean, then again, it's like, I can't even say if someone signs a contract, then like they're agreeing to something because I've obviously been in a situation where I met someone who made $0 a month, came to work with me, agreed to these terms for me to help them with their whole brand and everything. And then when she was making $100,000 a month, she just decided, I don't want to continue paying you money. And like, so even in a contract, having a contract in place where someone agrees explicitly, yo, I agree that there's no money coming in. I'm going to move across the country. I'm going to live in your house, not pay rent, only pay utilities. And then $10,000, 18, 20, 60, 100, $100,000 for about 3 months. And they turn around, they're like, you know what? I don't think this is fair anymore. So it's like, I know why from a business owner standpoint that someone might be afraid of that sort of extension.
I can agree with that because I think Kyle, Nelk, they've put on a lot of people and people come and go. And I agree that Kyle's main priority and all of them is Nelk. And that's rightfully so. Like you have to build your company, your business, Nelk, the podcast, Happy Dad, whatever. And if something doesn't make sense for one of your lines of revenue in your company that doesn't fit, then that's fine. I get it. You don't want people to come in there, take what they can, and then leave. I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, there's no right way, obviously.
Yeah,
I just think like that's people's fears are based around that.
And maybe it's like, okay, Nick's doing his own thing, and I think they respect it, and I respect them, and I don't think there's anything bad between that. But why haven't we come together? It hasn't come. I mean, like they did hit me up for like a Happy Dad thing, like to do a merch thing, but that just never happened. It kind of just fizzled out. But I don't think there's anything. I think they were cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. There's definitely. I know there's no bad blood.
Yeah,
I'm just asking the questions because it's I just think it's a thing that people probably wonder, knowing.
Oh,
that,
dude, I have so many DMs in the comments of like,
it's like
what happened with you and Nelk? Nothing happened.
This wouldn't be a good podcast if I didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know there's no bad blood. I'm not saying there is. Like, it's just I just understand from all angles, and I've obviously been in situations where I could be like, damn, I really got taken advantage of. So I could understand why someone could be hesitant.
Yeah, and I've never. That's the thing. Like, I've never hit them up to do anything. I've never asked to do anything. I wouldn't want to do anything unless they want to do something. So I see that from your side of like, so I just kind of stay to myself. I just want to make my videos.
Of course. I just want to say this. I would have signed you.
Really?
I would have signed you.
If you were them?
100% I would have done it.
Why?
Because, I mean, bro, I've known you for a long time, and you always, like, even when you were just around and we were filming stuff, you know, we were talking before I think the pod started, and I was like, oh, you remind me of Ray and this like higher energy. That's one of the things that it requires, like to be able to have that sort of level of like excitement on content in general. Like, you can't get on YouTube and be like, hey guys, what's up? This is what I'm doing. Like, we're gonna do some stuff. Yeah. It's fun. Like, you gotta kind of come with energy, and it's rare to have people who are comfortable. I think just number one, comfortable with giving that energy, and from the beginning, I saw that in you. Just like I saw it in Steiny, and so he started putting him in our.
Yeah. I tell everyone you're responsible for Steiny's.
Yeah, and it's fine, and but it's also Steve, because without Steve, I wouldn't have been there to film the content, to film his assistant. You know what I'm saying? Because I was filming content with Steve, so I give all the love to Steve in that sense. And then I just was like, oh, this dude's funny, like how I see you. I'm like, oh, he's got high energy. He could be engaging. Even the little clips that we've done, like just at the gym and shit.
We've had some good
bangers.
Shit. Yeah.
And it's like, you could see it right away. I could see it for sure, because I've been doing this forever, and I've seen everyone, or I've met everyone who's like in it. And some people just have it, and some people just don't. And not that it's a bad thing. It's just, you've had it. So I
appreciate it.
Thank you. When I knew you were going to do it, I was like, oh, he's going to do well. Plus, you knew how to do it because you were a part of it being done at a very high level.
I'll always credit that whole, I couldn't have the brains and the vision and know how this all works unless I was working with them, and I understood how to do it. Oscott told me, you know, we were in Oscott's Nelk's head filmer editor. We were in the Bahamas, and him and I always talked about our dreams and goals, and I told him straight up, he always knew I wanted to do music. I wanted to do my own YouTube channel. I remember I was in tears this one night telling him, I'm like, bro, like, I don't want you to hate me. I know I'm your guy, and we've gone through all this together, but I was like, I want to do my own channel. And he goes, Nick, he's like, if you really want to do this, he's like, you're the guy to do it. He's like, you have the personality, you've edited, you've filmed, you understand how this all works. He's like, if you want to do it, I'll support you going out and doing that. I never forgot that, because I was like, he's right. Like, I've learned everything. I've worked with everybody. I understand how it works. I can do it. And I think, like, I wouldn't have been able to do it without working for Nelk. So I'm very thankful for my time that I've done with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all about showing love and respect, you know? Like, there's some people who, like, will take advantage of situations and be like, treat the person like they didn't help them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've never done that. Like,
no. Dude,
even before we got on camera, you're like, yo, these people, I told them no, because you knew the situation.
Yeah,
you know? So it's like,
can I say that?
Yeah.
No, I won't say that.
Okay. I'd love to talk about it, man.
This is what I believe. I've seen through my whole growth of, like, from the bottom, I'm not there where I want to be yet, but I've seen the people who've stayed close to me and supported me. When I had nothing, Katie was there. When I was bad, you've always been there. There's very few, and my girlfriend, there's very few people that, like, I've seen just stay by me and make sure I'm good through all this, and I feel like that's the most important thing through all of this.
A lot of people forget that shit, though, man. Yeah. They just think about where could I get the most dollars. That's the truth, man. I've seen that so many times, but you know,
have to think long term. You have to think long term.
Yeah, and I also, you know, at the same time too, like, it's not a knock at people. It's just like, you know, money's money, and everyone's trying to chase it. But at some point, like, there's a reckoning, you know, where.
Can I say something else?
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a recent editor for a big channel come to me and be like, he's like, man, you're gonna run into this, like, it gets hard to film sometimes, and, like, the person I work for just doesn't want to film sometimes, so it's hard to stay consistent every week. I think you have to love this shit. Like, for me, bro, I don't ever want to stop. Like, I want to film every week. I want to get a video every week, as long as I can keep my editors happy and good, and I want to do that. But you really have to, like, love this.
Oh, I mean, we could talk about this. Well, you got to chime in on this too.
Yeah.
She's a big part of my, like,
well,
success,
let's talk about this idea, though, in general. Loving what you do is the only way you're able to sustain it.
Yeah, because I was just about to say that.
The reality is, like, bro, and I want to tell you, how long have you been doing this?
We're at 3 months.
Okay.
For this channel. Yeah, 3 months. It's early. It's early.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, because you've been doing it for years.
Do it for 10 more years.
Yeah.
And talk to me. And I'm not saying it's like you don't enjoy it, but you have to have evolution in what you do and how you do it, right?
Especially if you're, like, filming constantly and on camera, you have to have that energy that you actually, like, love to be filming.
Yeah, well, you got to want to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
like you
you're
can't show up and be like, you can't have like a bad day and be like, all right, well, I don't, like, you don't want to
You
film.
do have bad days. I
Yeah.
recently had a bad day, and
You
her and I were going at, but she snapped.
Oh,
me,
yeah.
she snapped me out of it and was just like, Nick, look, like this, blah blah. I'm like, you're right, because it's stressful. Like,
Yeah.
like bro, I have 2 weeks ago I had $85 in my bank account with $4,000 on my credit card.
It's lit.
It was the most stressful time of my life, and I don't like to ever show anyone that. I like to stay composed and like not show anyone, but to do this you really have to love it to go through that. But it gets so f***ing hard sometimes to like show up and have a good day when things. And I know I don't want to call you out or whatever you don't want to talk about, but I've come to the gym when you've had bad days. I know stuff's going on with business. Jake was pulling me aside. He's like, don't worry, Brad's having like a tough day with business. It's hard to keep filming while all these other things in the background are going on.
It's also a thing, man. I want to talk more about the loving it thing, but also just in general. Like right now, your actions are singular, right? Your actions are me make content for your channel, right? It gets different when it's like you make content, and if you have another business, more employees, more expectations, athletes, affiliates, all these things that are involved in my business now is
crazy.
Like, and then other employees that are supposed to maintain this or maintain that, and if they're doing this or not doing that, and then you're like. Next thing you know, you're not just making content singularly. You're trying to be creative, think about what to do, make the content singularly, and do 5,000 other things. And you're just like, oh, shit. You try to put people in positions, and you're like, oh, is this good or not? And then you don't want to micromanage, but you kind of have to make sure, because like no one's going to do it like you would do it.
Yeah.
So it just becomes a lot. And I'm definitely not complaining because I'm grateful for these challenges. It's just like, there's just so many levels to it that like as long as you just continue to try to get better, and at the ultimate point that we're talking about, as long as you love like the sweat, you love the work, you love doing it, that's all that matters. And the reality is you're not always going to love it like the most, but as long as you can maintain love in it, and then as you're shifting through what you're doing, finding new avenues of things that you love, and then learning how to like inject that into your content. Because 3 months in, dude, that's like Not that that's nothing. It's a ton, and congratulations. But like, dude, 5 years from now, if you could still be doing it, that's when you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because everything is different when you've made 1,000 videos. You're like, oh, what now?
Yeah.
Right? How do you come with the same energy? How do you come with the same intensity? How do you come with different ideas? Like, bro, I've been doing this shit for like almost 13 years.
Yeah.
Making content on Instagram and 10 years on YouTube.
It's insane.
And it's just about continuing to like figure out like new things that you have love for, because like you said, everything, and in this specifically we're talking about like you cannot have a high level of success without love for anything.
You
like,
have to love it. But I mean, I'm speaking 3 months. You have 10 years. I've seen obviously Nelk do their years and Steve do his time and change and evolve. You have to evolve, and I'm excited. That's all I can say.
So Katie, what about you as far as content wise? Because completely out of the OF stuff, what sort of content do you see yourself making now?
So I've been golfing a lot recently and posting golf, and I'm gonna be starting up a podcast actually this week.
Oh, okay. This week. Damn, what the hell? Who's your first guest?
So it's gonna be, we're not doing a guest. It's gonna be me and Chaffee.
Okay.
And our first episode is just gonna be, we have ideas and stuff, but
you guys like bullshitting.
So it's going to be like my podcast, and then he'll be like my co-host. And then later on we'll have guests and stuff.
What's the name of it?
Friends Without Benefits.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's good. That's good.
It's funny because it's Chaffee.
Yeah.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah.
Fuck. He's definitely that guy.
I'm doing that.
On that note, do you think, and I love this question because I was asking, we were talking about this the other day. People have talked about this shit forever. Do you think girls can have guy friends?
Yes.
Really?
We are best friends.
Okay, now circumstantially though.
No,
let's dissect
he's like my number one. Like him,
We have
Chaffee, Jay, they're like my best friends.
And all of us are just purely friends.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think it's common?
No. I think it's not common.
Definitely not common.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. But
Because I think it's more your situation circumstantial, because it's a not that you're not friends, it's a work related thing. I'm saying, it's like generally speaking, right? Like,
yeah.
If some guy comes up to you and he's like, hey, what's up? I want to be your friend. This is probably never happening. This, in relationship to what you're doing work wise, makes more sense.
Yeah, because there's like work and business and also genuineness in it. And I feel like, I don't know, a lot of men have a very business oriented mindset. And since I kind of have that too, I get along with them so well.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question. Okay, and you got to answer truthfully.
I answer truthfully.
If you knew Katie, she never filmed content, right? Never filmed content. And you guys had no inner working business together, right? Would you want to be her friend?
Yes. I mean, I don't know if we would have. I mean, a lot of the people I meet, because I'm in this content world, that's how we met. But yes, her personality traits, her way of looking at the world.
No.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
know her personality or anything.
Oh.
You just see her in a gym somewhere.
Well, I'm not actively trying to be friends with girls.
Exactly. That's my
Okay.
point. That's the point.
But her and I, like,
No, I'm not saying there's anything
Yeah.
wrong here. I'm just saying, like, if you saw her and if she's not your type, the reality is you're probably not going to do what?
I'm not gonna go like, what's up?
You're probably not going to talk to her.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'll just tell the truth, bro.
No,
don't act like it's like, oh, I'm just a nice guy. Tell the truth.
No, I'm being. I mean,
And when I say any girl, it doesn't mean it's her necessarily. Let's say any girl. You meet them. Are you going up to a girl?
No, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more like hitting on girls because we met like through mutual friends. It wasn't like I just saw you at the gym.
And like, I think the way this works too is like why it's so strong and why like there's never gonna be an issue with being more than friends. Like she's been with a couple of my friends or one of my friends.
One.
Sorry.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Holy
One.
shit. There's never anything between here.
No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No.
How
I mean,
does-
maybe like, no, there's never anything sexually.
I know where Brad's going with this. I know where Brad's going with
Time wise, it's hard because like since we spent like every day together, now that he has like, it's just like, there's, I don't want to make
What
this
the
sound
hell is going
bad.
on right now? Holy
I don't want to
shit.
make this sound bad because I'm so happy he's happy and in love and stuff. But like, it's just like, I would say the only issue and stress we go through is almost like a friend related, like we need to make time for each other type thing. We never are like, oh, like I'm jealous that you're with this person. It's never like that.
I want you to say what you want.
It leads me to my next point.
Oh no.
How does your girl feel about like the whole filming with girls and having to do that? Because I know sometimes that could be a problem.
Yo, I want to be real with you. She's so chill and cool and like this is why it works. Skylar and I remember the day this happened because I was tripping a little bit. I haven't had a girlfriend in 6 years. I've had to figure out, how to be a boyfriend, how to do all this. She's like, Nick, she looked at me. She's like, I trust you. She's like, everything's going to work. Just trust me too. And the day that I was like, damn, it's okay to trust a girl. Because we've seen everything. We've been on tour. I've seen how every girl acts. I'm going to be real with you. I've seen girls come to our shit, get with one of our homies, and their boyfriend picked them up.
Yeah.
That has fucked me up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
But the second that I was able to be like, I trust you, Skylar, and Skylar says she trusts me, I don't care what shoots she does for YouTube and does all her shit. She doesn't care what I do. She supports my friendship with Katie. She has her guy friends. She works with Mike and all that. Like, it's good. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
we have a good relationship. I'm thankful for that. So on that side, like, it's all good. But
is there any tension? You ever have any tension? Like, is you? No.
you don't have any tension?
Tension towards what? Between me and you?
I don't know.
Skylar?
Why you're making it seem like I do?
No. I'll just say it. It goes both ways. Like her and I. This is why we work. We're very competitive. We want to like take over and run shit up, and we have a lot of different goals. And even outside the channel, I support her. She supports my shit. Sometimes when there's a big shoot, like she was talking to this one dude who I hooked her up with, and she started like going off and doing trips with him. I'm like, we have this big shoot, like let's go do this shoot, and you can go back and like she's like, okay. She comes in, it's the same thing. Like she'll have like we'll have some content or thing planned, and like she's like, Nick, let's go do this content and get back to your relationship and whatever. You know what I mean?
I see.
So it's like,
Well, it's just a balancing act.
yeah,
Yeah, so like balance and time and stuff. That's the only issue.
Yeah. Well, that's not like an actual issue.
It's
just
not. It's just
organizing.
something. Yeah, you got to deal with.
What other's harder to balance in your life now that you like have to do the video a week? Both you guys can answer this. Like being a part of, and I know that you're not like officially making like your own YouTube videos. I know you're gonna do the podcast, but like being involved with the video, knowing that you have to do it a week. I know you do the Snapchat stuff heavily.
Yeah. Oh my
and that's
God.
like kind of your lane on the content.
Yeah.
Which I love Snapchat, by the way, best app ever. Incredible.
Shout out Snapchat.
How do you guys find balance in that?
well, you want me to go first?
Sure.
Well, for us and for if you have like a cast member, She's like my main cast member. We do a lot of things together. I try to think of every shoot that we go to. I'm like, is there a good collab that she can do something with those people that we're gonna like go collab with, like the Trend Twins and all that. Like I was like, okay, what can she do with them? We'll set something up there. And then I think about her Snap content. She needs crazy stuff that's happening and doing. So we kind of set up shoots that'll work for the video and work for her stuff. On a personal level, I feel like the biggest challenge is like, dude, having a girlfriend is a challenge. Like you have to give them time and prioritize them. I'm sure you know you've had like a girl before, and it's hard to like, you have to really like just step away and be like, okay, I'm not even thinking about the video. I'm not even thinking about work or whatever. Like I'm here with you. And if you're not, you have to be present with that person.
Yeah.
Because I always try, and she always tells me this too. Like she's like, you never like show me your stress or like take any of that out. And I'm like, I really want to like take away. That's like my time away.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's really hard to balance some of that sometimes.
It's hard. It definitely, it's like it gets easier, but it depends what else you're doing. You know, like right now it's like 1 video a week, cool. You know, maybe you start doing a podcast, 2 videos. Others, it can get more challenging. You know, I think that's something I've done where it's like, at times I haven't bitten off more than I can chew, but like there's definitely been times when I'm like, this is a lot of shit, and like it's a lot of stuff to continue to hold up and prop up. And then I think the key in that is trying to figure out like, okay, where do I really want to focus like my time and my energy? Like not solely because like you can't just let go of the other things, but sometimes you really do have to dial in. And right now it's dope for you because you can just focus on like, you know, you could just focus on Snapchat. You could just focus on making the videos. But how do you think it's going to progress? Are you going to turn this into more stuff? Are you going to do more channels? Like obviously you're doing the podcast. Like it does start to like add up, right?
Yeah.
So where do you guys think it's going as far as like, is it going to be one video? Like, are you going to keep doing the same kind of stuff, or what's the evolution of it? Do you have like an idea or a game plan?
I think for my channel, the content's going to evolve. I have a lot of plans, but I think when you have a lot of plans, the most important thing, I've worked for a lot of different influencers on this like journey. And one of the biggest things was Anwar Jabawi told me this. I used to PA on his sets when I first moved to LA. Yeah. He said, Nick, when you have big ideas and you have big things planned, there's going to be a time one day in your life when you're going. I think this is that time. Like he said, don't tell anyone what you have planned. I have a lot of plans and a lot of different ways to evolve the content, but I think I just got to let it happen. Yeah. But I think there's that. But then also like something I will say is Alex, my editor, and he's like my business partner through all this, is we want to start like our own brand. Like there's Raw Gear. Danny Duncan has
Alex. I'm talking.
Alex Carabas.
Okay.
No, yeah. He's like, dude, he's like my Oscar or whatever. Like he's
I get you.
He's a great guy. He's a creative genius. You're Jacob.
Yeah.
Like, he's the guy. But I think eventually like we have like a whole brand idea that we want to start, and
for like in what lane
for the channel. I think we want to go lifestyle, but then expand off that. It's honestly the biggest challenge is finding the right business team to go behind that. Like Like the Eubanks, they've been wanting to back us up for a while. They did our first merch drop with us. That's very interesting too. Like I'm just learning as I go, but I think eventually we want to have our own brand. And then
you're talking about apparel.
Okay. Yeah, and that's not Nick Nayersina, but like something like its own brand, like
of course,
like Raw Gear. But then I have a lot of different content ideas and where I want to take the channel. Like right now, I think how I went viral was. Thank you to Salim for putting me on his channel. Was I went viral for being the lover boy and girls, and then I kind of like did my own thing with girls, and now I'm trying to think like the next step is to evolve. I always want to have girls, and I think the really cool thing, bro. I don't know, you get this in your own way too. I know a lot of people come to you for advice, but the little thing that I've seen is like all my Snapchat, all my DM is like, Nick, you've given me confidence to actually go up to the girl I want to talk to. Nick, what's the advice you can give me to like talk to this girl? And like I actually respond to all of my Snapchats every night. Like I go through and I give them my opinion on their girl situation, which is cool. But I like that is a thing on my channel where it like brings this community together where like you can have confidence.
It's funny. You know what's so funny? I'm definitely not dogging you, but it's funny. The girl advice thing is funny.
It's great. I don't.
From you, it's funny.
It's funny because I don't.
Because I remember.
You've known me. I used to be afraid to do that.
I would give you help.
You would dude. You give me the advice. I still come to you for advice. I'd still text you time to time. But like, I don't even put myself as someone who's good at talking. I don't think I'm good at talking. So funny. I do not think I'm. I don't hold that, but it's just I just do it.
Yeah, no, I get it. But that's the key.
Yeah,
it's the key to anything.
What do you do? Like, if you hit on a girl, like, how do you win her over?
Winning over a girl?
Me and Brad went on tour together. Went to a lot of bars, whatever. And I would see Brad go up to a few girls every week, whatever, and you never struck out once. No, I'm serious. You never did. It was like, dude, you were the guy who like, you're the guy. Like, what do you say that like?
Dude, I don't do I've never done anything special.
Bro, I remember walking in one night to like, there was some girl you were talking to, and you were like the deepest conversation. I'm like, what the is he saying right now?
Well, why do you think it was a deep conversation?
I don't know.
Just
I don't want to.
I was sitting there talking.
Well, are we allowed to say you pulled? Like, I know you pulled. Like, I don't know if we're allowed to say that. We might have to cut it, but I just remember like coming in, like you guys were like genuinely like she was like looking in your eyes and nodding, and you were like talking to her, and I'm like,
well, dude, so it's like I just tend to talk about I think things that actually I think matter.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm having conversation with a girl, I'm just talking about like, not the superficial shit probably most people would talk about.
Yeah.
Like if I see a girl, I'm not going to talk to her about like, I don't know, some dumb shit on Instagram or something. It's talk about like that person as a person.
Yeah,
like,
I like that.
What do you like to do? Like try to learn about that person. If you
like
learn
connect with them.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like what's the point of having conversations with people just in general if you're not trying to like learn something about them? You're just trying to like just project information to someone and then they, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it's all just like the conversations that I'll have with anyone, guy or girl, in pretty much in like just kind of fashion. It's just like trying to understand, period. Like that's what I've always been interested in. So if I'm talking to a girl or I'm talking to a guy or anything, it's always just about trying to understand who that person is.
I like that.
So it's the same format as this. It's just like, why are you doing it? Why is it important for you? So you kind of ask those questions. And I think most people, not just women, most people are like, I'm not used to this sort of level of interest.
Okay, that's what I think. That's what the feedback I get too is like, and I'm sure you may get this too. It's like, oh, this guy looks like he's going to be a fuckboy or this or that or there or whatever. But like, we generally want to hear about what the girl has to say. I think a lot of my responses are like, oh, there's this hot girl. Like, what do I say? I'm like, bro, if you really want to talk to this girl, tell her why you want to talk to her. Like, find out, and then they'll say something, and then you can take interest in what they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it is that simple. I think like it's that simple. Like, what would you say if a guy came up to you and he's talking about some like, let's say you're, I don't know, watching a basketball game. He's talking about the game. That's going to be like, that's the cliche thing, right? How many, you been to the game before? Like, it's boring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been to the game before. It's like that. Those answers go nowhere. Versus like, if I saw you at a game, I probably, if I was talking to you at a game, which would be probably loud as I wouldn't say something dumb like that, right? I'd say something like, how'd you find yourself here, right? And they're going to say, oh, I did this or I did that. And then you try to go backwards to like them not being at the game and then trying to understand them as a person, right? And not this superficial bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the cliche is what's happening. You go to a girl at a bar, which I would never do because I don't go to bars anyways. But it's like, what are you going to be like? Could I get you a drink? And what do you like to drink? And then how often do you come out? And it's like all about it's all about being at the bar. Yeah. It's like the person's probably going there to talk about, like other shit. And now you're making it about being at a bar, and like probably likely the guy's goal is like to get that girl home. So all his line of questioning is like trying to lead him there instead of trying to lead him to like understand the person.
I think that's like a lot of people, like what I'm seeing is like, yo, I want to go out and get girls. How do I go? And like, I feel like your goal shouldn't be to go out and get girls. If you're going to go out to have a good time. And then if you meet a girl that you're like, oh, that interests you. Yeah. Go up to her, of course. Like,
yeah.
But
what do you think? Like, what do you think the way to like approach a girl or?
I think exactly what you said. I don't think you should talk about any of the boring stuff. I mean, what gets my attention is when like a guy actually wants to know me as a person versus just being like, oh, like want to drink. Because I can tell when a guy is just kind of like at the bar and like
he doesn't want to strike out.
Whatever, potato. I don't understand that. No, but if a guy really got to know me as a person, I would feel like it could go somewhere and I wouldn't feel like I'm wasting my time talking to the person. Because I'm like, oh, if they want to get to know me and I'm connecting with them, maybe we could hang out again in the future. And so that's why I have more interest in talking to a guy that wants to like talk about non-superficial things. Yeah.
So from your perspective then, what sort of things like off top would you just be like, would be interesting? Like if you start asking you questions about this, what would that be to keep you engaged?
Like stuff that I love. Like if we were like at the bar and he's like, oh, like, I don't know, started talking about golf, I would probably be more interested in them. If they talked about like things like they got to know me and then like with the things I told them, they kind of talked around that, like whatever I'm interested in at the time.
Right.
Because I feel versus being, like what's your favorite color? Like I don't really care about that type of stuff. Versus if it was like more like, oh, like what sports do you play? Like what are you doing for business? I'm more on like that kind of realm when meeting a guy. Like I want to know their future.
Do you have like Do girls have like a pickup line that always works for them? Not for them, but on them, I guess. Because I want to hear your pickup line.
You want to hear my pickup line?
Yeah, right after
it's
this.
It's so funny that someone just FaceTimed me before.
Let her answer this first.
Pickup line.
Like, is something that always works? Like, is there like a go-to for guys for it so it's easy for them to be like,
I feel
I'll try
like
this?
I don't know. I don't really like pickup lines. I find them so cheesy, and I just know, like, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't know. I'm more interested in a guy when I like hang out with them multiple times and just like more like a friend with them first before I like even find them attractive in that way. I don't know. I'm not like when I see someone, if they gave me a pickup line, I'm just like, nah.
She needs a life experience with a man before committing to it.
I think pickup lines just don't work straight up.
Exactly.
To be honest, what's your ultimate pickup line though?
Hey,
I'm Nick. That's exactly what you
I think you're beautiful.
Yeah, you go straight to it.
Nah, I don't think I have a. You know what it is? This is what I do every time. Because if I'm gonna go up to a girl, if I'm actually gonna go up to a girl, I have to be like passionate about her, like something about her.
Well, hold on though. How the fuck? Not okay. Let's say you don't have a girlfriend at this point.
Okay.
You're not in a bar seeing a girl and you're like, I'm passionate about her.
Oh, yeah, I
You
am.
think she's hot?
Okay, I think she's hot, but I think something. I don't just go up to hot girls. I'm not the kind of guy to hit on every girl. But if I find a girl exceptionally beautiful or stands out from the rest, I'm gonna go say something. And what I do is whatever I really like about her, I tell her. So if it's her eyebrows, I tell her. If it's her eyes, I tell her. If it's her fucking whatever facial structure, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. What I've noticed. It's either their biggest insecurity or it's something they really like about themselves. If it's their insecurity and you're telling them you like their insecurity, they're gonna like that. If it's the thing they like about themselves, they're gonna like that you like that. So from there, you can say that, they'll act how they want, blah, blah, blah. And then, then you ask about themselves and generally care about
what they're saying.
Yeah.
I think the biggest key here, like we're talking about picking up girls in general, is like listening.
Yeah.
And like, instead of just like going in with your mind, the question that you know, that most guys are trying to get to at the end of the day, which is like to smash, depending on whatever the circumstances are, is like, if you're trying to just get to know the person, you're 100 times better off than just trying to have sex with someone. Like,
yeah, because what's the point of meeting people? It's like, it shouldn't be to just smash and have sex with this girl. Like, it's so cool when like you get to know someone and like hear about them and hit it off with someone and bond with someone. Like, and if you do smash, that's awesome. You connected with them and it could be going somewhere else. And even if you don't, like, you met a great girl, like, which I think is dope.
So, what's that?
You're like, I don't know.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. But I want to ask you some questions about Katie, specifically about like dating in this industry. How tough or easy is it?
It's hard. And I just learned that like recently because I've been going through so many flings and learning all these lessons. And I think I'm finally, I would say about like 2 weeks ago, like realizing that like, especially right now, like in my life, I just don't think it's possible to be dating someone. Like, it's just like with the industry I'm in and the name I'm making for myself and how busy I am and the people I'm around, like if I'm dating someone, they're probably not going to want me around guys all the time, but like half the people I work with are guys. And it's just like, there's that. And then there's the people like the idea. There's so many things to it where it's just like, unless the perfect person really came into my life and understood me, I just don't think right now it's possible to date someone. It always ends up in like some sort of like, they're using me, there's drama, they don't trust me, this, that. There's just so many, I don't know. It's just, I'm so much more at peace just not dealing with that right now.
Yeah. Do you think sometimes though, like, you know, because I mean, I've done this to myself where I'm thinking that like someone's either using me or there's some drama there, but it's like, it's a little deflective. Yeah. Where it's like, I'm kind of creating those circumstances because of my actions, right? Do you ever feel like you play a part in like that fear? Because that's essentially a fear, right? Where you go, oh, it's not right timing or it's not good enough because what the hell are you doing? Oh, you Snapchat?
Taking the story and getting everything going.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Promoting
RAWTALK.
Do you ever feel like it's like you're causing it as well, though?
I've definitely done some self-sabotaging just with past traumas and experiences that I've had to deal with. But that's what I was saying. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, literally 2 weeks ago, I like finally like sat and was like, I just thought of everything. Like, I don't know. I feel like self-sabotaging comes with also, I swear I'll look at a person and like kind of catch their vibe and I'll analyze them like while I'm like hanging around them. And I will know within a month whether like if they're have good intentions or not. Like, I'm very picky. And so like there is some times where I might act a certain way because of like other trauma experiences, but like in general, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty normally right about how I feel if someone's using me or not.
So I'm not necessarily just talking about someone using you or not. I guess I'm just saying in general, the idea, like, do you think, because there's a thing to say that's really important to understand for everyone, that oftentimes we bring into our lives people who are reflections of ourselves. Quick interruption to our podcast. We got a sponsor, Flex Pro Meals. Check this out. Really, really easy service to use. Also at the same time, it's good. It's fucking good. Reality is this. We don't all have time to cook the food in the day that is actually going to be best for our goals. All you guys have to do is go to flexpromeals.com, use code RAWTALK, you get 20% off your first order. But check this out. It's really, really easy. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Diet is hands down the most important thing when it comes to your goal. I don't care if you want to get bigger, if you want to get leaner, whatever it is. And one of the hardest things for me, and it's always been one of the hardest things, is variation. Like, I'll know, okay, I could eat chicken and rice. And then just over time, I'm like, man, I'm tired of this. Flex Pro Meals, they have a ton of different variations. They have a ton of different options. You guys could pick if you want like high carb, low carb, keto stuff, gluten-free, all that kind of stuff. Just pick it, select it. Really easy shipping. The next day delivery, like fresh. You guys are good. I promise Flex Pro Meals got you guys. Go to flexpromeals.com. Use code RAWTALK, 20% off your first order. Let's get back into this podcast. And hopefully tomorrow you're eating good and you're on track to those goals. Let's do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Meaning, like, when we date people, a lot of the times, like, the things that we don't like about ourselves, we pick in other people, and they bring that same thing to us for us to deal with, for us to like be confronted with. And it's not something that we do consciously, but it's something that happens. Like, and if you start to notice, if you look back on your relationships, you'll be like, oh, not that like that person they weren't so different from me. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's normal for us to go, oh, this person, they did it to me. You know, like this happened because of that person, right? But the reality is, like, a lot of times we bring that person to us because it's like we're trying to learn that lesson. Like, okay, how do we overcome the fear, right? We don't want to self-sabotage a relationship, or how do we overcome the fear of like not being good enough in a relationship? And you find someone who has the same fear. They treat you the same way. You notice the same patterns, and it's up to each person to like really identify.
Wow, this is actually very true. Like, I'm just thinking about like my shit. Like, we go through a lot of the same issues, and like I feel like in a relationship you want to be accepted, and then like the next thing is like, okay, you kind of both have some similar things, but if you both accept each other, it's like you can grow together. And I think, wow, that's good. You know, I feel like I also like you also bring people like that. It's like a contrast though too. I feel like it's both. There's like the similarities and there's the contrast. Because like for me, like I'm very hyper energetic. I couldn't date someone who's like extremely hyper and energetic all the time. You need someone who like keeps you balanced as well.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture of both. But yeah, okay. Anyways, I like that. Keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe just cut what I just said, Jacob. I don't know.
No, it's funny. I just liked your reaction. It was good.
It just like hit me. I'm like, okay.
So the reason why I'm saying all that is to say like what part do you think you have in? Because for you to say, oh, it's, you know, right now I just want to focus on this. Like that's totally acceptable and totally reasonable, right? Mm-hmm. But do you think that you also like do things that create those like circumstances that allow you to be in those positions where you're like, oh, this is uncomfortable? Versus like, do you think there are other things you could do to not make it those situations as well? Meaning like you could still probably have a relationship. Like I guess my real question is, what part do you think you have in those things going bad? Like
my toxic trait?
Sure. Yeah. Like what's causing these issues from your side? Because a lot of times people will be like, yo, it's just you. You know what I'm saying?
So glad you asked this. Not that you have that, but this is something that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Like you're like, is it me? Is it him?
Yeah.
You got this.
What a cheerleader, dude. I like you, bro.
I'm excited to hear this.
I think you have to find a person that makes you feel good about yourself, because if someone makes me feel unwanted, I will start to self-sabotage and push myself away.
Okay, so I got to challenge you on that. So you just, and this is interesting, right? You said that you need someone that makes you feel good.
Yeah, I feel like love should make you feel good.
Of course. Do you also not think that you should be able to make yourself feel good independently of another person?
And that's what I was talking about, is like, I'm not even joking, like 2 weeks ago, like I don't know what hit me, what flip switch, but like I'm so happy just like on my own. And like I haven't had anyone I've talked to since then, but it's just like I feel like I learned all these lessons from these past people, and like I'm so happy focusing on my career right now. And I feel like the next person I meet definitely will probably be the one. I don't want to like say
one.
that and then it not
Hold on.
happen.
The
But like I
one.
just know
Yep,
the next person
She's looking for a husband.
Stop.
How old are you?
20.
The one.
I'm mentally 25.
She says she doesn't want to date or talk to anyone unless it's her husband.
Okay, everyone. Okay, whoa. First of all,
20?
Bro,
I
we-
just don't. I don't
I've
have
had this
time.
talk. We've had this talk.
I can't waste my time.
Also, Katie,
I've already.
can you put it on D&D? We're in Brad's pod. This is
Okay.
RAWTALK.
Yo, this is
Yeah.
so-
I'm so sorry she did that. Go ahead.
I've just like I've had like I don't know. I'm like people are like you're only 20 years old. Like why are you looking for the one? One, I'm not wasting my time. I don't want to go through another heartbreak. And stop.
Dude, I want to psychoanalyze you so bad right
Yeah,
now.
yes.
I'm not gonna do it. Dude.
Please.
No, I'm not
Okay,
gonna do it. I'm not
okay.
gonna do it.
And 3, like I already like established like a home for myself. I have a dog. I'm kind of already living a lifestyle most people live right before they find their person and want to settle down.
Because you have a home and a dog.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
And it's just like my business and how financially.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ.
Like I don't want to go to the bars on the
Bro,
weekend and
I'm
party.
just gonna talk to you
She
straight
is
up.
marriage
I'm very
material.
That's
settled
fine. That's
down.
fine.
I
I'm not
will
saying you're not.
Yeah.
But to say moments ago that like you need someone that's gonna make you happy.
What do you mean?
You said that like moments ago.
I
about-
want someone to make me happy.
Of course, we all want people who are gonna like help
Yeah.
encourage our
I don't
happiness,
need
right?
it, but I want it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that alone, I'm not saying you don't want to find someone that makes you happy, but I'm saying there's a deeper level to it where it's like you want to find someone that is just as happy as you can be independently. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
then you can meet and be happy together.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I need this person to make me happy and do these things so that I feel fulfilled and I feel happy.
Yeah. And
Right.
maybe emotionally, I'm not ready to settle down and find the one, but I would say financially in every other way. Like
Dog
I
and a
just like
house.
yes.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, well like I have a dog. She's like basically like I don't know. I'm not
Can I
gonna
say one thing? We've been in the Uber, her crying, bawling. I said, Nick, I just want to find a husband.
Okay. No, I was dealing with a situationship basically, and
Okay, that's
I don't
fine.
know. I just like I hate wasting my time. I'm very like I like to get moving. You know, with my career, don't like to waste my time. With men, don't like to waste my time. So if I feel that they're not the one, then why? I like to keep the mindset that they when I'm talking to someone, they need to.
What
like,
I do agree with is like if you're gonna date someone or if you're gonna talk to someone seriously, yeah, like you see like a future, you see something with them.
Yeah.
There's something
Maybe I'm
going
a little
on.
overboard with it.
I get it. I don't.
But
I just think the husband thing can wait a bit. But I do agree with you. Like, okay,
yeah.
if you,
I don't want to get married until I'm like 25, 26. But the thing
She's
is,
like 21.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I turned 21. In
the
2
thing is,
months.
I'm trying to find. For me, it's like I want to find a man in the next couple of years. I don't want to find right now. Okay, that sounds crazy because I just said how I want to be single. Right now I do want to be single and focus on my career. But I'm saying if I were to have a boyfriend, I want to be able to find someone that I can at least spend like 4 or 5 years with dating before there's even marriage. And
Some
if I
contradictions
wanna,
here. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
it's kind of a little contradictory. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna roast you on this.
No, roast me.
No. I don't want to roast you.
Okay.
That'd be mean. But I think let's talk about something you said a minute ago.
Katie, we're in RAWTALK.
Okay.
Please.
Hold on, this D&D.
Well, I do have an important question. I brought this up to you in the car.
Okay.
But I don't know if I should put this on the podcast or live anywhere. But I really did want to talk to you about something serious. It might be sexual, in a relationship. I need a man-to-man. Maybe we do it
Doggy
after
style.
the pod. What?
Doggy
Oh,
style.
I love doggy
Can't
style.
last.
Who can't?
Whoa. Okay.
Wait. How do you know that?
Because we were talking
We're
about
best
it in
friends.
the car.
Okay.
We're best friends. I've been trying to figure.
You can't last. That's
So like and this is like a serious thing. And I think maybe it is an okay thing to talk about. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm trying to
this
figure
is
it
very
out.
common.
Yeah. I haven't had a girlfriend. I haven't really had sex with someone I'm very attracted to and in love with. It really, 6 years. I haven't been in a relationship in 6 years.
Yeah.
I've had my fun with girls and whatever, and every once in a while there's one. Okay, getting a little quick, but right now, like, I'm having trouble lasting long. Maybe we cut this.
No,
but,
dude, let's leave this in. It's super common.
because I
gotta leave this in.
I really do, as a man, as a friend. I come to you. You're one of those guys I look up to as like, I don't know about a mentor, but I can come to about girl shit.
Yeah.
How do I get over
How do you
this?
fix that?
I need to go, man. I need to run a marathon, and I'm just running a little fucking 0.25 miles.
No,
I'm on the warm up. I can't
that'll
get
make it
past the
worse.
warm
That'll
up right
make it
now.
worse. That'll make it because he'll be more sensitive. Yeah, but you'll be even more
Chaffee's fucking
sensitive.
handing me Blue Chew. I'm like, dude, I don't
No.
want to take Blue Chew, bro.
No, I mean it's fine. You can, but the problem is like that's just gonna make you more sensitive because it's gonna be harder.
I have
right?
no
So
problem getting.
Here's the deal. I'll give you my advice on this. What I think will work. Right.
I think a lot of people probably can relate to.
A lot of people deal with this kind of variation.
What
Okay.
does that mean?
Okay, typically you're having sex and you get in whatever position. Obviously, doggy style is tough for you to
Yeah,
hold
right
it.
when you're about to switch it up.
Yeah,
I
just
get it, man.
Do different. Don't make it all just about penetration.
I think I'm just
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
I think I just really like this girl.
No, that's fair, but like, okay, let's say you're gonna take your dick out, do something else. Like there's tons of other. You could use your hands. You could use your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like you could grab a neck. Like there's a lot of other things you could do.
Everything you're saying, man, I'm right there with you.
Okay, so you
help me.
Okay, wait. So my question is this though. So you stop and you do the other things.
Yeah.
It's not inside. We're making that clear,
Yeah,
right?
you're making that clear.
You're telling me that as soon as you go back in, you're like,
No. It's not right away, bro. I got a good 2 to 3 minutes in me. But
really?
Yeah. So, but after those 2 to 3 minutes, I'm trying to go 12 minutes, maybe 15.
Yeah. Well, it's also like consistency over time, like anything. Like maybe
I want to ask you
more
a question.
sex.
Yeah. No, that's happening. But what I'm wondering, I'm gonna be real with you. This is good, and I think you can relate to this too. Is over the last 6 months, I've kind of stopped jerking off. I stopped watching.
100%.
Even before my girl, I don't know if that plays a role in it.
It does.
Because I used to, I was a regular guy off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's very common.
No, yeah, serious. But and I felt like, man, that really helped. Like if I knew I was gonna hook up with a girl that night, pulling off in the morning.
Pre-game.
Yeah, pre-game that. But I've completely cut that off in the last 6 months. So I'm thinking like, damn, do I really have to? I don't want to watch. I feel like porn's not good to watch.
I'm not a fan.
I don't really want to. I don't need to be jerking like when you got a girl, but like maybe that's what. Sorry, Katie, is this uncomfortable for you? I'm sorry.
No, I'm used to it.
Yeah, we talk about this shit all the
No,
time.
it could.
What am I
It could.
saying?
I mean, obviously that's gonna help, right? Like if you were doing that 30 minutes before, you're gonna be able to maybe a little harder for some people to get back going, but the duration's gonna be longer. Just like normally, if you bust and then round 2 is always a little longer than round 1.
Okay, but dude, we go rounds.
So you bust fast every round?
I've never had that happen. In previous situationships or things, second round, I'm good. I'll last 45, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now, I'm like, what is going on?
All right, you need some caber.
What?
You need some caber going.
What's that?
That's a thing you could take that'll slow you down.
Okay,
It's a drug.
At this point, I'm willing to try as long as it's
drug.
not gonna hurt me.
You ready to join the dark side?
I want my body to be very. Is this a steroid?
It is a drug.
No.
What? It's not. It's not about sex pills. This is the thing that slows your nut down and allows you to
It's not gonna hurt my body, is it?
No, don't do it. Honestly, what I'm saying, don't do it. Everyone listening, don't do what I just said. It's not really good advice.
Okay.
There's
my body's
other
a temple.
There's honestly what I said earlier is the thing. More variation, and obviously just over time, I think you'll get a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah,
with
I mean, we're only we're pretty new into it.
So you're in there just 2 minutes.
2-3 minutes, and then I'm good to go round 2.
Same thing.
I'm good to go round 3. Same thing. I'm good to go round 4.
Maybe you just have a lot of hormones happening right now or something. It could go away.
Well,
No,
now
no.
I'm overthinking it.
I don't know.
I'm actually, but I enjoy it so I enjoy it so much.
How much space is between the rounds?
Yeah.
There's a good amount of space, maybe 30 minutes.
In between the rounds, yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving it some good time, but bro, I'm gonna be real with everyone in this room right now. So my friend texted me, he's like, do you really like this girl? I'm like, yeah, I really like. He's like, do you really like her? I'm like, yeah, I really like her. And he's like, I think I need to not
like her as much.
Yeah.
Yo, you're dumb as fuck. That's hilarious.
I'm like, I gotta chill out, bro. But I don't know,
Dude.
But
honestly,
she loves that I love her like
cheat.
that. What?
Cheat.
What?
I'm fucking with you.
I'll never.
I'm
cheat.
totally
What?
fucking with you.
I would never.
I just want to see your face.
Yeah,
no, dude, because it'll fuck you up. I'm fucking with you. Skylar, if you're wild, I'm fucking.
She's gonna watch all of this.
I'm totally with you. No, honestly, I don't know if there's an answer for this. I don't know there's an answer.
Guys, dude, you're my last hope.
No, I know. I'm telling you that.
No, I know.
The only answer is the variation, is just stopping and focusing on other things that you could do in that experience.
I'm gonna really zone in on that. I also think
because you give yourself time to cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, focus on her more than you.
Yeah,
That's the key.
I just want her to be. I want her to. I love when she loves. I'm happy when she.
So let me ask you this question.
But when
it's going to be a little derogatory. Okay, fine. Let's say you're having pumps in. It's 3 minutes. You're about to go, right?
Yes.
Answer my question.
Okay.
If you took your dick out.
Okay, I'm scared.
And went down on her.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Like like going down on.
Yeah, like answer my
No,
question.
I won't come from going down on her.
Okay, so do that. Spend
Yeah.
some time doing that, and then come back to it. Now
Yeah, I
your
know, I know
duration has increased by however long you
Yeah,
did that
I think
plus your 3
I think I need
minutes.
to put more time into that instead of just being like, man, I'm flipping, whatever, all that shit. But
yeah,
yeah, I agree with you.
you fucking flip it, whatever, all that shit. That's funny.
Yeah.
Just take more time, man. More variation. Like,
Yeah, I think I need to
because
like,
if you're that into her,
Yeah.
then make it all about her.
I want
Because
to.
obviously, you know, you got that quick trigger.
Yeah.
You know?
I think like as a man who's like likes a girl a lot, loves a girl a lot in a relationship, like I feel like everything's about her.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
Like that's what I want it to be. Like I'm.
Yeah.
Focus on the foreplay.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's the. Is there a mic over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's the key.
No, I agree.
And just
yeah.
the variation, even if it's not the foreplay.
It's like, bro, I know all this. It's just like, oh, what's going on, man?
No, like even if it's not, because foreplay is before, right?
Yeah,
We're talking
yeah.
about during,
Yeah.
like taking out variation and doing that and focusing on that. Most would consider foreplay
Yeah.
during, because that sounds like your only hope.
Okay, what do you think, Katie? Like you're a girl. Like have you ever? What do you think?
What do you like to last longer?
Or whatever.
I mean,
What's your advice to me, please?
my advice to you is I've had people that couldn't last with me, and what they'll do is they'll stop for a second and do something else. Exactly what he said.
Yeah,
and
there
then
you go.
go back to it.
I need to prioritize that because
Bang.
sometimes I'm like I'm just in that, but I know because you pull out, you go down, you go back. I get it. I just need to maybe like try that a little harder.
Yeah, you got to commit to that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, like give yourself the time to cool off, because you know you're not building that up while you're doing something else. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It cools down. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
3 more minutes. Okay, now we're at 6 minutes.
Maybe
Take another
you know?
break. Now we're at 9.
Exactly.
Oh
See
yeah.
what I'm saying? Minute at a time,
Yup.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. You don't hit 3, you're
Yup.
good. You keep going, dog. Look at that shit. Problem
That's
solved.
amazing. I really want to dap you up right now.
Dude, dap me up. Come here.
Feel good right
sorry. It had to be a part. So you would agree with that?
Yeah.
You think you've seen that? I'm assuming, I guess, your partner's work for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's
it's
definitely
funny.
what
Isn't it
do.
funny how girls never have this problem?
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
reverse. All right, boys. Quick interruption from one of our sponsors, Manscaped. That's right. Check this out. They sent me a package this time, honestly, because I've been rocking with Manscaped for a little bit of time, and this is the first time I've ever actually seen this, and I'm excited to use this tonight. It's a scrub, and I don't know if you guys understand this, but like if you're not like scrubbing yourself, you're still dirty. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And they sent me a bunch of other goodies like a body wash. Like honestly, the most important thing. One of the most important things in this thing right now, right here, I'm actually going to do this live on camera. I'm assuming it comes a little charged. Yes, it does come a little charged. All right, obviously this is essential, the Weed Whacker 2.0. This honestly, it's nice, man. It's nice. It makes you look a little bit better. But this kit comes with the Weed Whacker, comes with the lawnmower. It's going to keep you right. It's going to keep you looking good. Also has some stuff for your nails. Also has some stuff for your balls to keep them, you know, like I said, frosty, keep them clean. Very, very important stuff. This is something that for me has been just like, I get made fun of, honestly, at least fucking 10 times a day because of my nose hair. Like I'll film a story like this and like my nose hair is just banging. So, but no, I'm telling you guys, like the Manscaped stuff is just like really high quality. Like all this stuff is just super high quality. They have like a sort of like LED light. So like when you're shaving, you see all the hair, but all their stuff is just like nice. I'm like, if I'm being honest, like it's just really, really high quality. I haven't gotten anything from them that I was like, oh, this is like sus. It's the charging applications are really easy. The products are all super nice. Manscaped, check it out. Go to manscaped.com. Use code RAWTALK. Get 20% off your entire order right now, plus free shipping. Do not miss it. Or your balls are going to be mad at you. Your girl's probably going to be mad at you. Your nose hairs are going to be going crazy. Get it right now or forever hold your peace. Support your boy. Let's get back into this podcast. What is the most amount of money you ever made before you quit OF? Like, how much is the most in a month?
My first month, I dropped it like during Christmas time, and so like everyone was buying it, and I think it was like 350 maybe. It was so long ago.
Life
350,
changing.
400K.
month?
That one
I
month.
didn't get that every single month, but it was around that.
What did it average a month?
Average would be like maybe 200.
Oh, that's big.
I feel like you're
But-
making more on Snapchat right now.
I am.
Well, Snapchat's the best.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's like the best thing.
She's crazy on that shit.
Fucking speaking of Snapchat. Hold on a sec. Okay. Okay. Wait, I need to. Hold on. This is like old man doing Snapchat right here. Yeah.
You're doing great.
I
man.
did it on purpose. Fuck
So what you
guys.
want to do is I'm good.
Okay, cool. Anyways, okay. So Snapchat's replaced that for you then.
Yeah.
And how many times you snap a day? Because I know it's a thing you got. It's got to be like a.
I try to aim 70 to 100.
It's replacing for you.
But yeah.
Like, not exact. I mean, it's not 200K every month, is it?
It's more.
It's more.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the great thing is you get to show your
I get to show
personality.
what I actually desire versus showing lingerie pics all day. Like I get to go out and do things and have fun. Obviously my thumbnail might be like me in leggings or something like on a dirt bike, but it's not. It's more me than like being on OnlyFans doing lingerie and being in a bed all the time. You know?
Yeah. And selling feet pics. Did you sell feet pics?
Never.
Really?
No.
I would. That'd be the number one thing I would sell.
Really?
I'd be like, you want pictures of my feet? Here they are.
I'm kissing my girl's toes all the time.
Oh, toes, bro.
Toes.
Love
Fuck
them.
yeah.
Love
Yeah.
them.
I love them.
Fuck. What else are you into that's weird?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, I want you to answer this too, Katie.
I don't
Go
know
ahead.
if this is just about this. This is really something I've just experienced. I love her. This isn't like what kills me. She's like she has these like cute baby hairs. Like I love her baby hairs here and here. And
You're
on
into
her neck.
baby hairs.
I love her baby hairs.
Are you like licking the baby hair?
I'm kissing
like,
them. I'm kissing them.
Sucking on
I'm
them?
kissing her neck. I'm kissing her like little sideburn things, man. I
Damn,
love
you're a
that
baby
shit.
hair lover.
I'm her baby hair. Yeah,
Wow.
I've only had that with her. I don't know what's going on.
It's just a thing, man.
I love her baby hairs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's probably why you fast.
Maybe like she's like her hair always smells good.
You
and shit
see
too.
it, you're like, damn. You see it because like maybe you see it all day.
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's
damn.
like hyping you up.
I'm like, man, your baby hair's looking good today.
Yeah, and then like when you're in it, you're like, I was thinking about it all
yeah,
day.
man, not the baby hairs.
Yeah, exactly. So, what about for you?
Yeah,
me,
it's too much.
Like something like just weird.
Yeah, something that
I
you're
mean,
into that's weird.
I don't know. Like feet. Is that weird?
Are you into feet?
I'm.
No, that's what I'm asking. What are you into that's weird?
Yeah, what are you into?
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not like. Yeah.
Like, would you suck a toe?
I mean, I would get my toes sucked.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
if I would want to suck a man's toe.
I know that was a question. I'm saying, what are you into?
I thought you did suck that dude's toe once. And you were like, that's lit.
Damn, you sucking
Whoa.
toes? Holy shit. What are you into that's kind of weird?
It's weird. I mean,
I feel like no one really wants to answer this kind of shit.
Answered.
You did.
I'll answer it, but like the whole world's gonna know.
It's not
this.
really weird though.
Tell us. Tell the people.
No peer pressure. It's just
Yeah.
it's also I also think a lot of things that people might say think are weird. Like a lot of people are probably like, I'm also into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, every guy, like, I don't know. Like, this sounds. Am I really gonna say this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like. It, like.
Say it.
Dudes,
Oh my God.
I'm dying to know this shit
Yeah.
now.
Fucking.
I don't know. I mean, like when like a guy like spits in my mouth.
Yo, let's go. Let's fucking
What?
Why are you freaking out?
Oh man, these good girls go bad. Holy shit.
That's dope.
Oh,
I think that's really common though.
Yeah, I mean it's common. I haven't really hooked up with a lot of people, but that's one thing that's like kind of different. I'll still spit in my mouth. I'll
Hope you
spit
guys got that
them.
on Snapchat. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's fire. Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
dope. There's nothing. That's I think it's super common.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a
You know,
Yeah.
I could expose you for some shit. I won't. Can I?
Yeah, so can I?
I can?
expose her for what?
No,
Oh,
I
no.
can expose you.
Go ahead. Both take turns.
Can I say
You go
one thing
first.
about?
Oh my God.
Or no?
What is
Go ahead, dude.
What is
About
Just say
do
it.
you remember when we were in Catalina and you were in the back of the booth?
Oh my God. Wait.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, sure.
She's with one of our homies. There's like a one makeout.
Yeah.
I'm so scared to say this. But that's you know, I've
No
always
names,
known,
no names.
Yeah, I've always known Katie as a sweet girl. We just started shooting together. First time filming before even the channel. It was for
Yeah.
something else. And it's you know, we all had this great time with all these people, and then we're at the club in Catalina.
Yeah.
And I turned back. I didn't want to hear this, but she's making out with this dude, and all I hear her say is, "Squeeze my neck." Like it was like.
This is another lie.
No, I don't think that's a lie because getting spit in the mouth and squeezing the neck are like the
but
same.
that-
It was
not
funny because
happen.
we're at a
That
club.
did not happen.
Really?
No.
Really?
Did you fully just make this up right
No,
now?
I promise you. I swear to God, I heard that, and then he told me that later.
He seems very serious.
Yeah, I actually was being.
Okay, well maybe that did happen, but what?
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm happy for you guys that you guys had that
Moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great moment. So expose him now.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I mean, there's a lot of things I can expose you about, but I just
Well, just equivalent to that one.
equivalent.
This is good.
Yeah, I'm scared right now because she knows everything. I have like two really best friends right now. I'm really close to. It's her and my editor Alex. Those people know everything about me.
Okay, now I'm like starting to go blank. I need to think of something good. You had a problem before you met Skylar.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Getting it up?
Louisiana, you told me.
Getting it up?
Yes, you had a problem.
Dude, that's
Being-
a...
I don't
Getting-
think I've really had that problem. though.
Yes.
Dude, it's
With
okay.
who?
Hold on.
No,
This
I
is
don't-
actually
You
really
said
cool.
you said you couldn't really get hard, but ever since you met Skylar, it's like all of a sudden like you're able to.
Holy shit, dude.
Wait, I mean that's awesome, but what?
Yeah, so it's a good thing.
What was the situation though?
I
You were in Louisiana and you were talking about how the last girl.
Oh no.
You're just
Okay.
drunk.
No. I have this thing, bro. I'm so picky that like if I'm not like super attracted to you, I'm just not into it.
Yeah,
And-
I get it.
And there's this one girl. She was dope. She was dope.
I thought this happened with multiple people though.
No, it happened twice with the same girl.
Oh, okay.
I feel bad about this girl. I hope she doesn't see this, but the same girl. I just couldn't.
Well, dude, the reality is this. For men, like, this stuff is very mental.
Yeah.
Like, if there's something where you're like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm not really into this. If something's throwing you off.
Yeah, someone was
like, you could just...
Yeah.
That's super common.
like I hit it off with her personality wise, but something I just like couldn't get it up. I tried twice just couldn't do it. And I just wasn't into her.
You had recently gotten out of something.
Yeah. Like a month ago.
Yeah. Was it something that, like, you wanted to continue, or, like, what was the reason why it didn't work?
She wanted to marry him.
Whoa. It was just it happened really.
Well, it sounds like she's a serial marrier.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Like, wanting to marry, like, you were, like, so dead set on,
Well, it's
I'm going to
me.
have a husband. That's
Well,
great.
it's not like I don't like. It's more like when I meet someone, I see a future with them, and I also like. It's not. I don't want to just like go into something like dating someone and then realize down the line like, oh, actually, the way they act in this situation, I don't want that. They're not like. I like a man that's husband material, and so like that's who. I just kind of have those standards,
Yeah.
and so every guy I date, like I obviously see a future with, and what?
No, this is so great because you reminded me what I was going to bring up earlier that I didn't bring up.
Okay.
And it's about your age. That it's not a problem, but it's about the idea around like, oh, it's got to be a husband, right? Not every relationship is supposed to work out.
And
Okay.
yeah, I do agree with that.
Because like, so your focus of like it having to be this person who's going to be a husband. I'm not saying you shouldn't shoot for that. I'm not saying you shouldn't look for that. I'm not saying like you shouldn't have these standards. Absolutely you should, right? But the thing that you said earlier that what prompted me to want to say this part is like a lot of people think that like just because it didn't work or like it wasn't the right timing, that it's a waste. But we have to remember that like all of these things, all of these experiences are just a part of our journey in learning like what we really truly need, what really makes us happy, like how do we really want to show up. And it, like I said earlier about the reflection of ourselves, like this is all just coming down to like us learning about how we show up in relationships, like where our faults are and where we need to improve.
Yeah.
Because the biggest problem that people run into, and I've run into this and I've had issues with this for the last 10 years of my life in relationships, is like something happening and me not learning the lesson enough to apply it to the next thing because I was so like, hurt about a situation. Or I felt like, damn, why this happened to me? And
I
instead
do
of
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of being like, okay, well, how did I find myself here? What did I do? And not like self-deprecation where you're just so hard on yourself, because obviously it takes two people to get to a situation that doesn't work. Like it's always two people involved, right?
Yeah.
But it is about taking responsibility and knowing like, okay, this is what I did to place me here. What can I do differently moving forward, and how can I
Yes.
be different moving
I
forward?
did. Okay.
So yeah.
Yes. So the past relationship or thing I had, and then also just with all my other ones, I just like 2 weeks ago, I'm not even joking, I realized like I feel like I finally like healed, because I felt like I was kind of holding a block with all these like situations I was in and being like, damn, it was a waste of time, this, that. But I genuinely, especially the last one, I learned so much in that relationship on what I could have done better and what he could have done better.
Yeah.
So I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have the problem
Yeah.
of like on the same topic about like before they learn these lessons, they're right into the next relationship. Like it's just
And that's what I think. I took time before jumping into something else, and it's not like I like purposely did that. I just always had like someone else coming in. But what?
the,
No, I'm
the
laughing at
only
that.
reason I'm good is because I've made all of these mistakes.
Yeah,
so
but I'm not
literally.
even joking. I swear I'm healing more and more every day when I'm alone and realizing things that I can do better, and it's not always just the other person's fault.
Yeah.
And like I don't really have spite for anyone I've been with in the past anymore,
course.
which is a really good thing to say, because for a while I've like not liked past guys I've been with. I'm like, oh, they did this, they're so horrible to me, but it's just at the end of the day we're all growing and learning, you
Yeah.
know. So
I mean, especially at 20 years old. That's why
Yeah.
we were laughing earlier about this whole marriage thing. Not that it couldn't happen, because absolutely it could.
Yeah.
But like you do have a lot to still learn in general.
I know that's
You
why
know?
maybe emotionally I'm not ready for marriage, and I know I'm not, but I just like in my head it's like I want to find a guy that I date for 4 to 5 years and get married. I have this
sounds like you want things that matter.
Yeah.
You know, not
I think-
superficial bullshit.
I think your intentions are so good, so pure. She doesn't live the hookup life. She's very like good girl. You are like a wifey material girl, and you respect yourself. And I think that's like kind of what you want in a man, and a man to look at you. Which I think that's good. Like what you put out there. Hopefully, like that comes back. But
I think it's how it should be.
Yeah.
If I'm just being honest,
Yeah,
you know,
I
we
agree
should all
too.
treat it like that.
yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's just important. I think the thing in all this is like learning the lessons in the relationships, taking responsibility for our parts in it, because it's just so much easier to point fingers. And I think that's you don't learn the lesson when you're pointing like, hey, it's your fault. You just because you're trying to place the blame somewhere else so that you can continue on, right? Versus like, okay, how did I get here?
Yeah.
And like most people put the blame somewhere else, and like I said, go right into something else, and then like they use that person for the happiness that like they couldn't give themselves.
And they never gave themselves time to realize what they did wrong. They just were like, oh, yes, I agree with that.
I think how a relationship keeps going, because personally, like I'm saying, like fuck, I fuck up a lot. I'm learning this. Okay, I gotta do this better. And like if you can't own up to that or admit that, which we've seen sometimes in some relationships, the relationship will go down. And I think you have to be able to admit, okay, I fucked up, or I take responsibility for that.
Yeah.
Taking accountability
Otherwise, the relationship
is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so hard for girls to do that?
I don't know, because I would say in my last, no, I'm not going to say that. I did take accountability for a lot.
Did you have a hard time taking accountability?
Just for me, it's like when I do something wrong, I'm like, okay, you know what? I did mess up here. But what I have a hard time with is them not understanding me and just kind of pointing the finger and never like taking accountability themselves as
for
well.
Their actions, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I've learned the past year to take accountability for a lot, especially like being on social media and stuff. Like you have all these eyes on you constantly. You're going to get called out for every little thing you do. I think it's just best if you're honest with how you feel and like what you do wrong.
Yeah.
So I do, but it is hard. Like, cause I had this talk with Jay. He was like when I took accountability for something the other day, he's like, wow. Cause like he was like, normally girls don't take accountability for anything.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm not talking about my situation right now, but a lot of girls I've met, it's like they want to fight, and it's hard for them to admit when they do something wrong. You know, you're really good at it though. Like you always look at, did I do this? Blah blah.
Yeah.
I think there's a maturity level with girls. Like if they want to make it work and they're comfortable with their man, they're able to. A lot of girls, or some girls, are able to admit, okay, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. But girls do like to fight.
Just like, I mean, dude, most people in general, unless they're at that level or wherever they've learned it, they've taken time to take the lessons in, like they're not trying to take responsibility, it seems like. Because like our society is just built on like getting everything right now, in the same sense of like, you know, where a relationship is going, they think like, oh, I can just move on to the next thing or whatever. And it's like, eventually you're going to find yourself in like a dark place if you haven't patched those holes like in your own shit, you know what I'm saying? And you haven't like taken the time to look at it. You're going to get somewhere and be like, oh, this thing's full of holes and I haven't cleaned up any of this shit.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to go anywhere with that shit. So
yeah,
it's just a common thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like there's no right and wrong. You know, the truth is like everyone listening to this should understand that it's not like up for me or anyone you listen to like tell you when it should or shouldn't be right or fixed or the hole's gone. Like it is up to you to just go, okay, am I ready to make this change in my life and look at it and see it for what it is? Or am I just going to keep giving myself this like facade of what, you know, I think it should be, or what like my friends tell me it is, or like you got to be honest with yourself, you know, and allow time to do its thing and just like not judge yourself in it. And this is important for you guys as you continue to grow and do this. And like to not get burnt out is to not live off of like just that outside validation. You know what I'm saying? And like understand along the way, the thing that's we were talking about earlier to wrap this all full circle is like for you to continue to have the success doing what you're doing, you have to be able to ground yourself, not to like it having to be every video is 1 million views, because that will drive you insane. And I can speak to experience on that, like getting the most money every month. Like I understand goals, I understand wanting to achieve them, but like if you live like that, you're gonna burn and you're gonna hate this. You have to go, okay, what am I learning? How am I getting better? What do I really love doing? Right? Because then we talk about the thing earlier. That's how you continue to evolve your content. You go, because if you're just trying to get the number, you're gonna start doing things. Like at some point you realize, okay, this OF thing isn't for me anymore because it doesn't make me feel good, right? If you just kept doing it, you would just like, yeah, maybe you got the money up, but like, where's your soul going, dude?
No one understand, or not no one, but like everyone's like, why would you quit that? You're making that much a month and you just throw it away like that. It's more like I know that I'm going to find something else I desire and work towards that and make money eventually. And I did fast enough, but it's just like, I wanted self-respect for myself, and I felt like it wasn't me. And it's like my soul. I wanted to be able to feel happy and not horrible at what I do every day, because it's just not me, you know?
You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
You're doing,
Yeah, and also I started to like slack off. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to take pictures today. I'm going to quickly half-ass this. I want to be able to do something I love, because then I put so much more effort into it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's
we
huge.
just like we just get caught up in like that outside stimulus. And even for people who aren't in the space, people I think look at, because everyone's on the internet now, you'll look at other people, like for example, say someone who follows you or a fan, they like your content. They might look at you and they go, how old are you?
26.
They go, oh, I'm 26 too, or I'm 20, and they watch your stuff and they just go, oh, I'm 20 and I'm a girl and I'm blonde, and they're like, I don't have what she has, and now she's like mad at herself or unhappy with her position in her life, and then she's just making her like judgments of herself based on what someone else has or doesn't have. Or some kid watching you is like, damn, how is he? I want to do that. And it's like living like that is like,
I wouldn't want that for anyone.
No, man. I mean, that's the thing. Like you're not doing anything you love, right? If you're just living off of like just some other shit, you're living off of like the idea of, oh man, I don't like that I don't have these things, right? Just all that space of not being like focused on what you love and just looking externally on what someone else is doing, and maybe you want to do it but you're not doing it. You just like, you're gonna just keep finding roadblocks that are gonna hit you, stick you up, and like push you in a place where you're like, you don't want to be.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to be doing the things that you love.
You have to.
At least to a degree. You
Yeah,
know?
I think that's how you find like true fulfillment. Like, I think it's doing something you love, and something that like I've been talking about with Katie and my team is like somehow to contribute back. Whether it is entertainment, you're making people happier, more confident, or helping a certain cause or situation. I think like those kinds of things are like what this shit's all about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, life is about love. I think the most important thing in the world. And what is love in regards to people in the world, right? So it's like, if you're not doing things that are involving like creating that atmosphere of love in your team or with your audience, or like you're giving something back where someone goes, not like you're like in love with them, but they get some piece of, the happiness or solace. Cause like they say, oh, I saw the content of you like talking to these girls, you made me confident about this. Or for me, people talk about, I watched your videos about this and it made me think about my life and you gave me the motivation. Like that's all a version of love and the things that you're sharing. And I think a lot of the reason why like girls tend to get burnt out on like the OF stuff is cause like you start to realize like you're just selling sex. Not that it's bad, but like there's not like there's the more primal, like male driven, like it's more of like it's sex, right? Which is an important aspect of life, and that's why it's easy to sell, right? But you're not creating like that environment of love. Like normally it's a guy who's like, show me your titties, or like whatever they're doing, right? Like, oh, you don't sell nudes, I'm out of here, I'm unsubscribing. Like that's the kind of stuff that those girls are getting. And I think that's why those girls, like a lot of times, and just people in general, if we're not talking about that space, will get burnt out on the things like entirely, because there's no fulfillment in what the give is. Yeah. But if you reach out and you connect with people based on your life and what you're doing and what you're enjoying, and people go, oh man, you inspired me to do this, like there's 10 times the level of fulfillment. And at some point when you have all the money, man, you realize like more of it doesn't mean anything.
I love this. Can I comment on this? I feel like this is like what a lot of the stuff we talk about why we're doing the channel is like, I think a lot of things, the way people look at girls or life or whatever, it's like, oh, you got to go smash, you got to get this girl, or a guy and a girl can't be friends. I think the big thing about...
Well, that's true, though. We know that.
I don't know, but
it's circumstantial.
It's circumstantial, but if you're okay... I've had some girls that are just my friends in my life, but I feel like that's kind of what we have, and...
It's because you didn't find him attractive. Let's just call it what it is.
I think... He's great.
Pretty girl. Nice
girl,
like
what?
Girl. But
no, this is circumstantial. I'm not saying that's you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's circumstances here that require working relationship.
Yeah.
But remember, I don't want to fuck your point up because I want you to get back to it. But you would not approach a girl to just be her friend, and you're right. That's true.
You're right about that.
Yeah,
100% would never. Approach
and no,
a girl
I don't say. I'm telling you right now, there's not a single guy that's gonna be like, that girl looks like she'd be a great friend.
Yeah, I would never do that. You're right.
And I'm not saying that's a problem. That's just true.
It was just, I think it was more of like a mutual friend thing. Like we've always been just friends because, like, again, I was talking to your friend.
Yeah.
And so it was just like we had a group, and then I was talking to his friend, and then I made friends with all the other guys around it.
Circumstantial. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's no guys who are like, yo, I really want to be that girl's friend.
Yeah. I think it takes like a certain like situation to happen. Like her and I, to be honest, we're like very alike. and at pretty much a lot of things.
Yeah.
So we became those best friends, and it just happened that she was with one of my friends and I was with some. So the attraction and all that, it never was going to be there.
Yeah.
So
It always had that like block, like
Yeah.
you knew, you know.
Circumstantial. So, anyways, continue your point.
And I think like what I was saying is like this channel, like going to hit on girls. I think it's one of the first places. It started with Salim. Like Salim and I created this whole like lover boy thing, and like that was an amazing time in my life to be able to like develop that with him and help grow my character of who I was. But I think what we brought to this channel is like going and hitting on girls isn't about like just fucking them. It's about like really having.
Is that like what all your content's about now?
No,
It's funny.
no.
I did a video 9 years ago hitting on girls in Gold's Gym. It went viral.
Oh yeah.
Viral video.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, I just understand why people are so
You know
interested
what?
in that.
Just I'll come back to this. People are very interested in it. But I mean, dude, if you think about it, it's a way of life. Like guys want girls, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
people want to know how to have the confidence and do that. Like a lot of the people who are hitting me up are like 2021. Like,
Yeah. Or they want to know how to last longer.
should have brought that up.
No, that's true. Bro, that is so common though. Like,
But bro, I've been good with that. I just right now I'm not. No.
yeah,
I
it's
don't-
okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
We all go through phases. Go ahead.
thanks for RAWTALK. Thanks for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen. No, continue. You were on to some
I'm
shit.
just so happy that like this is a place like that what we're building on my channel is like a place where like people they don't have to be this like tough dude all the time to pull girls, or they can like you can generally like someone. You can like I really do. It's open that you do get nervous. Like I admit when I'm nervous, when I would go hit on girls, I would admit that I'm nervous in that situation or didn't know what to say or like would fuck up. And I think that's like a normal thing. Like you don't have to be Mr. Cool all the time to be the cool guy.
Yeah, that's
and,
the
like, pull
reality.
girls. But yeah,
Yeah.
the reality is like you'll fuck up hitting on girls. It won't always go right, and girls will like you for being goofy. You don't have to be Mr. Cool.
Yeah.
True.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do people think now you got to be cool? I guess maybe the internet makes people think like you got to be cool.
Well, what's the definition of cool? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know anymore. You're cool if like, whatever. I don't know.
What's the definition of cool to you?
To me,
Yeah.
definition
Of a guy
of
like if you
cool?
saw a guy, what makes a guy cool?
I like it when a guy has a good personality, like when he's able to be open and
Okay.
like I would honestly like date someone like that versus someone who's very like bland and like they could be the hottest person in the world. I still wouldn't be attracted to them. I like
She likes the
personality.
funny guys.
Yeah, that too.
Comedy.
She
It's the
loves
way to
the
a
funny
woman's heart, man.
guys.
There it is.
Yeah.
What about you? What kind of guys you like?
Fuck you.
No, not.
Like friends?
I know you want to answer.
Okay. I love Jacob.
Jacob's the guy you like,
Bro,
dude.
I like.
You guys used to cuddle, man.
Didn't you share a
100% they cuddle. I swear to God, they.
That's something you call you out
I
for.
swear they shared a bed.
Okay, when we worked for Steve, it was one apartment, 2 bedrooms, 6 dudes. So
Yeah.
dudes were sharing
No,
beds.
but also you shared
did
a
you
bed
guys
with
ever
I shared a bed
like-
with
Kathy.
Steiny. I shared a bed with
You shared a bed with
Jacob.
a lot of dudes.
Did
Because we travel and we do videos and we're balling on a budget.
No, this is true. This is true. Did you ever put your arm around Jacob?
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Really? That's so fucking.
Fuck you.
That's so cute, dude.
Bro,
What the
he would
fuck?
get homesick and I'd be like, bro, don't
No,
worry.
shut the fuck.
Yeah, he's grinding out and shit.
I don't know
Like,
about homesick.
No, he'd be like, bro, I'm working so much. I'm doing 4 videos a week.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
that's
I'm like,
true.
I'm like, come here, Jacob.
I don't know about homesick though. I
Yeah.
don't think he's like, oh, I want to go home.
Well, I think, yeah, maybe it's not like mommy, daddy, but it's like, he got a girl back home.
yeah, I gotta get it. He's like, gotta go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. That's fair.
He's like,
I
Brett-
remember hearing
yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Do you remember
But
that one? Do you remember that one time
What?
when he's laying on the couch? It's okay.
Oh, you gotta tell the story.
So when
troll-
you're working for like these like big dogs, like I was working for Steve, Jacob was working for Brad. You never want to let them down. You always want you want to kill it, crush it. We
Yeah.
were always working for you guys, and it was pretty new. I think when Jacob was working for you, it's one of his first trips to Miami,
yeah.
and like you guys were like already like you're already on him for like something. It's like it's like 5 a.m. and I'm like, yo, Jacob, Brad just walked in. He needs you to film. Bro, he was dead asleep. Wakes up, throws the blanket, looks back. What do you need? What do you need?
like it comes out like the Undertaker.
Yeah. Brad wasn't there. It
You
was
just trolled him.
Yeah, it was so
That's
funny.
fucked up.
Bro, I don't know.
Why'd you
what are
do that?
talking about, bro?
Dude,
Fucking had a heart attack. I'm trying to sleep, dude.
we'd always with each other. Steiny
Yeah, but like,
fucking me.
but how do you get him out of sleep? You're like, Jacob, and then you said it.
Dude, I think it's something that he was ingrained in his head. Like, if he hears Brad and like doesn't want to let Brad down, he's like, He's going like, dude, because dude, when you're doing this content, like getting your foot in the door, it's like you want to do everything right. Like this is like, I feel like everyone who's doing this industry, like this is what they want to do. Like,
Yeah.
this is like a do or die industry. It's very competitive. It's very cutthroat.
Yeah.
You have to be on your shit. You'll see the people who want to just dilly dally and just be here to be here don't last long. You
Yeah,
have to
never.
really, really want it and work hard. So like it means a lot to you. I remember I would be like, I would never want to let anyone down. Like working for Steve, like you're on your shit. You don't fuck up. Like
Yeah.
it's very competitive. So I think when someone's gonna fuck with you about that, you're like, fuck. That was so funny.
He gets up like, where was he at? The
Brad, where's
camera?
Brad? He's like going for his camera already. He's like sleeps with his camera. So it's like, yeah,
That's a
grab the
real one.
battery.
That's a real one right
Yeah,
there.
he is a real one.
Yeah, hard
Very-
worker.
Very
for sure.
talented.
What about that time you guys in Cabo?
Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you talking
That
about?
never happened?
What?
That never happened. You guys.
You guys were sharing the mid bed thing. You know, it was like the stairs, the bed. Was that Cabo or Cancun?
Remember that one time we thought the cartel was trying to get us?
Yeah, tell that story. Yo, hold on.
Wait. How did it start?
This is
We heard a
hilarious.
giant crash.
Okay.
In the middle of the night.
Me and Jacob are sharing a bed in Cabo.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
And
This is what I'm literally talking about.
but I mean like, yeah, you didn't have to share a bed with me that night. You had like
They had a whole nother bed.
yeah, you had a whole other bed. He's just like, Nick, can I sleep with you? I'm
That
like,
is not what happened. There
But-
was no beds.
yeah, I don't know.
It was a bed.
Jacob always wanted to sleep with me. I'm like, okay, just let's make a wall.
Sus. It's all good.
Yeah, it was weird, but
It's fine. So tell the cartel story.
We're sleeping and I don't exactly remember. You might have to help me fill this in.
we heard a
Yeah,
a
so-
super
dude, there was
loud
this-
crash.
Huge crash. But earlier that day, I was eyeing down this chick, right? Like, and she was with all these cartel dudes, and they kept looking at me and shit. And all the cartel guys are on the pier with their boat, so we're already tripping out. Like, damn, like you really don't want to fuck with these dudes and their women.
Yeah.
So we go to bed that night, and we're talking about that. And I think we just kind of manifested like the cartel was gonna break in early on. But
Yeah.
midnight, he's like, "Yeah, you were like grabbing my arm a bunch during when we were sleeping and shit. That
Bro.
was weird. I remember that I was like, yo, chill out, and I'd like put this wall of pillows.
Maybe
Swap
it's a
pillow.
comfort thing.
Yeah, I maybe a comfort thing. But
Yeah.
all of a sudden, there's this crash, slam. We look outside. It's raining.
No.
wait,
I want
no.
the reactions.
Okay,
Bro,
you tell it, you tell it.
I was like, what the fuck? And then like I woke up because like you're in the middle of your sleep. You don't have time to react.
He woke up and,
and
took his
Nick
hand off
goes,
of Nick's
Nick
arm.
goes, oh, what was that?
I can so see that happening.
Scared.
And then what? And then
We
what?
like fucking both like fucking dart up in the middle of the night. It's fucking pitch black. We're like, dude, what the fuck was that? And like we thought there was like a light outside.
Did we go wake up Brad? Too?
Yeah, we were like walking around like
What was it?
I'll get to it. Hold on,
Okay.
Yeah, let
We
me get
see a
this
light
fun.
like shining through the window. We're like, what the fuck was that? Nick's like, should we go get Brad? Because like
First
I don't know.
thought.
First thing we thought, we're like, should we go?
Well,
Yeah.
Should we go get the biggest dude in the house? We're like, yeah, f- it, dude. We're gonna have to just do it. So like we both like open the door all like slow and we're both looking out, and there's like 3 stories to this building. We see Judd because there's like a second floor below us, and we're like, Judd.
and we woke him up too.
He didn't want to wake up, so we ran downstairs. We were like, okay, well, we can't wake up Brad. He's probably gonna get mad.
Oh man, Brad.
And like we like went open the balcony like slider door to check, and there was literally nothing. So we go back up, and we figured it. We found out what it was. It was just the bed frame.
And then they fucked in it. That was it. That was the story.
The bed frame just broke. That was it.
the bed
It was
frame.
loud as f-
Oh my
And
god!
it
I thought
dials-
you were gonna have a story where
Yeah.
like they broke in. And...
Yeah, no,
No.
that was all in their mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they
Okay.
told me this the next day. And I
Yeah,
was
you were
like,
scared the next day because dude, the next day, Katie, he's like, Nick, why don't you sleep in my bed at night? And I'm like, Brad,
Bro, I would. that was a lie because that would never happen.
That's what he always does to me.
That's a lie because you know why I know that's a lie and how everyone can know that that's a lie. I would run way too hot and there's no way I'm having another dude body in my bed. I'm not sleeping.
say what you want, Brad. Say what you want.
Nah.
I
Don't try and spin it on me.
I have some stories to tell about us sharing beds.
Every time we travel, Brad always makes sure we just get one room and one bed so we can cuddle.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
wow.
okay, you dig us that one hotel when
So
Steve had
maybe
to leave.
all of y'all are sus.
all 3 of us had to stay in the same bed one night, and he put us both in his
Wait, all
own.
3 of us?
Like you, me, and Jacob.
Yeah.
Wait, we were in the same bed?
All 3 of us. Remember
I
that?
have never been in the same
You were
bed
like,
as
Nick, like,
Yeah, you can't even take yourself serious. I would never sleep in the same bed as a girl, man. That's a fact.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, you would and you did.
That's weird.
You guys did often.
Okay,
I
sometimes
just wouldn't
when
because
you ball on a budget and you have to, you gotta do what you gotta do.
so wait, so this is interesting. So like you don't make a ton of cash just yet. So do you like pay for all the jets and shit? Are you paying for the flights for them? Like, what are you doing? Are you helping them out?
Yeah, I'm helping them out, but Nick's pretty much, he'll make money here and there and like get like flights and stuff, but whenever he needs help, I help him.
I won't let her just
solid.
spend money on it. So like what happens? So like the shoot we just did with Jesse and Garrett, she fronted all of it, and now we pay her all back with AdSense. So I can't let her. I just feel like it's not right to let someone like just pay for your shit, do all that.
Yeah.
I want to pay for all of our own, but when we get in a situation where we can't afford
front some stuff.
Yeah.
at that moment, she fronts it. We pay her back.
Or if it's like the jets, it's like that's something I wanted to do, and then they just like come with. I'm not buying it like for them.
Yeah, the last one we had all of our tickets already bought. She's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna get a jet," and we were like, "Fuck it, let's go on the jet." But no, Katie is a huge part of it, and she's done so much. But I couldn't have done some of these things without her.
Yeah,
very thankful.
No, it's dope. It's a dope dynamic, dope team. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is a team.
I wish you guys tons of continued success. Do you guys have any questions for me? Also, by the way, this is gonna be the last podcast I shoot. No, bro. After this podcast, make sure that we set up it's askrawtalk@gmail.com. We just need to get a new login because we get a bunch of emails and we answer audience questions at the end of every episode. Oh, okay. And I haven't done it for like probably a month. Because,
so you're not ending Raw Talk?
No, we're going to continue. But normally at the end of every episode, we have audience questions. Right now, we don't have audience questions. So anyways, do you have any questions for me?
Well, I had a big question earlier. Just want to
ask it.
No, I did already. But...
Do you have another one? What about you?
Yeah, you ask first and I'm going
to... Do you ever get like stressed out? How old are you?
34. Just turned 34 yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Did you shoot him a text? Did you shoot him a text? I shot him a text.
Yeah. I commented on your post. Yeah. Happy birthday.
I did too.
Do you ever get stressed out that like since you're like 34 and you don't have like someone that you are married to yet? Do you ever get stressed out about that?
You've had some close ones though.
I feel like I would be stressed out.
Yeah, like, you know, I don't necessarily get stressed out about it. Like I do go like, well, I want to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And like I said, my biggest issue I would say over the last 10 years is like my focus had been work. And I wasn't really great at creating the balance in like the rest of my life. And it definitely affected my ability to like really let people in because there was things that I, you know, as a human would continue to allow to create problems in my life based on like my childhood and like my process of getting through all that stuff and not coming to terms with certain things at the timing I would kind of wish I did. So it would kind of affect relationships and my ability to develop them at like a really strong level. A lot of it for me was like self-sabotage and based on fear and just being afraid of like fully committing because you don't want to be taken advantage of. Bro. You don't want to end up not being enough.
That. Yeah. Sometimes.
But now I'm just kind of like, I wish I could be like, oh, I have the exact right person and I could have a family because I do want a family, right? But I also know like I'm not looking to rush anything. I just
you don't want to force it, yeah.
Yeah, you can't force it. You want to find a partner who's ready, a partner who's well suited. So it's just like I'm just kind of, I feel like somewhat behind because my focus for so long was like work. Like we were talking earlier. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was kind of telling you guys, like, you know, not necessarily heat, like that it's a bad thing. You got to heed some warning, but like, listen, when I say it, I mean, it's very important to work. It's very important to grind. It's very important to do all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But just think of your life as like, there's a bunch of different buckets that we got to kind of try to fill up. Let's say like business is one, friendships is another, right? Like life lessons or things that we really want to try to like figure out. Relationships, like giving enough energy to these things. And if we don't, like if I'm just like I'm pouring everything into business, these other ones I'm not learning, I'm not growing, I'm not getting better, right? Yeah. So then you'll just kind of continue down the same road of like if I had some trust issues and some like self-sabotage and some fear 5 years ago and I never looked at that part of my life where I like didn't try to do the work because it was someone else's fault, you know, and I wasn't like looking at myself. Then I skipped all those years of time to like understand, to grow, to learn, to then be ready for the right one. Yeah. So then when people would show up in my life, because I wasn't fully ready to like receive the love at the level, because I wasn't fully loving myself, because my love was based on, like I said, all these things that I talk about just because like I've experienced them, right? Yeah. For 10 years, it was based on validation from the outside. It was based on like likes and followers and growing and making money and all these things. Like my validation was based on that because that's where my like focus was. And then it's until the last, I'd say like 6 years, have I really been like looking at like, oh wait, I got to focus on this and I got to focus on that. And I obviously have some like deep childhood stuff that like, I'm like just now at this point in my life, really kind of sorting out to be more ready to really allow love in, you know, because I've been more like loving of myself. So it's just like, you know, then the added problem to this is that when you pick people like picking not necessarily the wrong people, like they're bad people, but you pick people who they're not developed enough at the point where you need to be able to meet each other. You know what I'm saying? So then that's the added tension is like, have I done the work here? And is the person that like, you could really want something with someone, but like, have they done the work there to be ready for us to be here?
Yeah.
Like we were talking earlier and like be able to lift each other up instead of, I need all these things. You got to do all these things. Otherwise like this isn't going to work. And then, or vice versa. So do I like stress about it? Kind of like, but at the same time, like you can't, right? It's
like you don't want to force something and then be in something you don't want to.
Yeah. You just got to, the main focus should be like, how much am I learning about myself today? Like what have I learned better than yesterday? Like to make myself better for the rest of today and tomorrow. And then just keep focusing on that. And then I think eventually the right one will come along. Yeah. That's how it goes, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah. What about you?
Like a question for you?
Yeah. I always have like, dude, really long ass ansors.
No, I like it though. I'm still processing that because I feel like looking at like my growth and a relationship and
by the way, this is the same for every of those other categories. Yeah. Like if you're like, maybe you're really good at relationships, but you suck at business. It's just because like you just didn't look at it enough. Yeah. And you like tried to get by in a way that was just what you knew, but you didn't try to learn lessons to know more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think, dude, a lot of things that I realized is like how you value people and how you treat the people in your life altogether. I've always like loved my people and always wanted to like, be loyal and have a good crew. But I think right now in my life, like what I've realized the most is like, who are the people in my life? How do they make me feel? How do I make them feel? And like, what are they to me? I think like that's like what you're saying right now applies to relationships, friendship, family, business. And like, that's something I'm realizing right now. And like to be secure in that and to appreciate it. I appreciate right now is the time in my life where I've appreciated everyone who's in my life and I've appreciated the most.
Same.
Ever. Yeah. You got to remember that. Yeah. And I made a post on Instagram for my birthday and I wrote about the self-love because all of this comes back to that. Like to be able to really like have that realization and like to feel that in all those aspects, like you have to be doing work on your ability to like love yourself independently of all those things like working out or not. And that's the key to be able to actually see them through and see them work out. Right, because we're our own worst enemies in all of these things, in business, and friendships, and relationships. We're like I said, taking the responsibility, but like in the sense of our own worst enemies, we're the ones who are going to make and break these things. Like if we're not putting in the energy, the intention where it needs to be to learn the lesson, you're going to keep getting the same issue until you learn that lesson. Yeah. And if you don't learn that lesson, you're not going to get to the next level, and that's just how it goes with all of those things: business, life, friendships, like whatever. So,
I do have a question for you. Yeah. It's just something I want to talk to you off camera. There's so many things I want to talk to you off camera about. I feel like there's people who come in your life that like, man, like I really like wish this didn't fuck up. I wish we could keep killing it. I wish there wasn't these variables that we get caught up on of people you love in your life that you don't want to let go, but sometimes you have to let go to keep growing and keep going. It's like
money changes everything, right? And that's just, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's a bad change. But if we talk about friendships, some things and some people like just, if we're talking about relating a friend in business and like, them not being maybe the best fit or at some point you do just have to make changes. Like, cause if we're talking about business, that's one of the hardest things in the world to do with friends because it's not about how you feel. It's not about like, someone's idea of what they want it to be. It's about, is this working or is this not? Yeah. That's what business is. It's very black and white. Friendships are not black and white. Friendships are fucking rainbows, dude. It's you're up, you're down, you're high, you're low, you're there, they're crying, you're up. It's everything, right? Business is like you're winning or you're losing. And if you treat a business same way you treat a friendship, the chances are you're going to lose. The reason why you're going to lose is because the volatility in like emotions related to like whatever the task could be, right? Like someone could be well suited for something or not well suited for something, but like because of your friend, you might be like, well, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, right? You give someone the benefit of the doubt enough, it could turn around and hurt you. Yeah. Right? Because maybe you just did it because like you trusted the person, they were your friend, but were they the best for that specific job? Probably not in all cases, right? Maybe they were, maybe they were in the beginning at some point and then they stopped being. And it's hard. You will know as a friend to go, damn, I see this, but like I don't want to say, you shouldn't be there anymore because like you're my friend and I want this good for you. But now you're making a decision at the detriment of a business. So you have to and that's the hardest thing in the world. If there's no separation in that, like it's gonna fuck up a friendship if it gets to that point, right? Where it's a breaking point. So to fix the relationship as a friendship, I think you just have to identify like very candidly, like the black and white nature of the thing and say, wherever it fucked up, you talk about it. You say, hey, this is what I felt. This is what it looked like. Because you also don't want to go to a friend and say, yo, dude, you fucked this shit up. No. You like, because then you're just an asshole, right? Yeah. But you could ask questions more like, well, do you see how this happened? Like, do you see how we got here? And if you get someone to come to the realization on their own, because that's your friend, because you don't want to force a realization on someone who, like, a friend is going to have emotions in regards to your reaction towards them, right? But if you can get someone to come to that realization on their own, then they go, oh, I see it. And then there's more of the ability to go like, I understand why you feel like this didn't work or whatever, right? So then you can come back together, find that balance. Again, you just need to like go to that point, get the person to see it for what it is outside of like their emotion, which is only done in the way, like I said earlier just now, not by pointing fingers, but by like asking in curiosity about their perspective of the situation.
Yeah, I think sometimes there's a lot of outside factors that aren't communicated that could cause tension and shit, but yeah, man, that is good. I think everything comes down to like communication.
Everything. So I would say that one of the most important things, like, because I've dealt with stuff like this, is if you think something, you feel something, the sooner you address that, the better.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest problems is like people will let things go on with friends for a lot longer because of, man, I don't know how the person's gonna take it. You know, because you care about them caring about the situation or like being hurt. Yeah. Right. But remember, business is black and white. But the sooner you can get to a problem where you see a problem and fix it, then the better. Otherwise, like it can become a major issue and then it's like a breaking point. So it's just about communicating, addressing things when they need to be addressed as soon as they can be.
Yeah.
Is it something you guys gotta go fucking talk to someone about or what's going on?
What?
I don't know.
No. I mean, no.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Yeah, you guys are breaking up. I don't know if you told you, but that's what this whole pod was about.
What?
Yeah. It was like the whole band was like, they really like you and like they appreciate what you've done, but they're looking for a new blonde girl.
That's not true at all.
What's her name again? The new girl?
Jessica.
Jessica, yeah. She's like, she's blown up on TikTok right now. She's blown up on TikTok. It's crazy.
No, it's not true, Katie. Don't worry.
I'm fucking
You're irreplaceable.
Good.
Yeah. But that's good. So anything else? I love those questions, man.
Bro, I have a lot of things I want to talk to you off camera about. Like, I want to talk to you after this.
We'll have to talk after this. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys coming, genuinely. Thank you for
having us.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I want to say thank you for having me. Like, I'm still small, still growing, not where, like, you know, I feel like the people you have on here are like established, have crushed it in their industry already, but I appreciate you always believing in me, even when I'm small. And
I mean, you're my guy. Like, I've known you for a long time. You were there. You're not doing any of this, filming, helping out, like being good energy.
Thank you.
Like, I wish you success, you know, both you guys.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure. It's like, at the end of the day, like, I love having a podcast and I love having cool guests, but like, I also don't want a podcast that like you got to have these like A-list celebrities every time. I just don't think it's, number one, I don't think it's sustainable. Number two, I think it's not always 100% relatable.
Yeah.
And I think like there's a lot more value sometimes in just conversations that aren't just like, you got to be this A-list celebrity. It's like everyone's just, you know, figuring shit out. You don't need an A-list celebrity to say it.
Yeah.
You know, you could fucking say it. You could say it.
Yeah.
So I'm more interested in that than just like whatever.
We appreciate it. We love RAWTALK.
I'm still going to clicktate this fucking video though to get as many views as possible.
Do whatever you want.
I don't know what it's going to be, but I'll figure it out.
There you go.
It's going to be a picture of Katie.
Yeah. Nick wasn't even there.
Yeah. No, you'll be there. But yeah, you got anything or you good?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, if you guys want to add anything with socials, tell them whatever the fuck, you know.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nick Nayersina. You'll see Katie there too. And Brad, you've been in a few of the videos. I don't know if you watched, but you're probably like 3 videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know the one where I slammed you, and then everyone's like, "You're a bully."
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Dude, this guy wanted me to do it.
No, but the next video you came back, and that was when I picked Skylar up from her pod.
Oh yeah.
That's in it too. And
I was in that.
Yeah, you're in that.
Oh, I didn't even know I was in that.
And you're in. We crashed. You were at the gym in Miami.
Oh shit.
You're kind of like my guy.
Damn, I'm like low-key in the videos.
You're like a character.
Shit.
Yeah.
Cause you got to come back and film some more shit.
No, I'd love to. I feel like you're like a little bit of a mentor in my life right now.
I appreciate
someone
who
stuck around through everything.
I appreciate it. I'm grateful.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for coming. If you guys want to check out, we're on iTunes, or podcast, I guess it's called now. Spotify, drop a review, drop a like on YouTube, all that good shit. I love you guys. I'm out of here.